Kick your summer off in style with the brand that's reinventing men's basics, Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is so much more than just underwear. Their full collection includes t-shirts, polos, button-ups, shorts, pants, swims, and so much more. With light and breathable fabric technology, Mack Weldon keeps you cool and comfortable all summer. From work to working out, happy hour to playing with your kids, Mack Weldon has men's essentials for whatever your day includes. I love the Mack Weldon socks. They're soft, breathable. I can walk around all summer long. And when I'm sporting those Mack Weldon swimmers, the Vesper Polo, the Maverick Tech Chino shorts, and Radius short, I tell you, I'm comfortable and casual, and I'm looking damn good. Dive into Mack Weldon's swim line with trunk and board short options that are quick to dry and have 4-way stretch fabric. When you're not in the pool, Mack Weldon's new Maverick Tech Chino short and Radius shorts are the perfect additions to your summer wardrobe. Mack Weldon also has a free loyalty program called Weldon Blue with shipping for life. For 20% off your first order, visit MackWeldon.com/peasants and enter promo code peasants. That's MackWeldon.com/peasants, promo code PEASANTS for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hey everybody, it's the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Fuck it!
Do it live! I can't wait for my voice right now. This is episode 893. So, we were supposed to do a Patreon private show yesterday, and we canceled it. I canceled it because I lost my voice almost completely because I was having really bad allergies. Yesterday was this crazy high day for pollen out here, and I sneezed so many times so loud that I blew out the back of my throat. And
I've
now
blown the back of someone's throat out before.
I saw that coming a mile away. So
She didn't.
So now I'm at like 60% with the voice. We rescheduled last night's Patreon private show, which is our Demented Film Festival that we've done a couple times. We're rescheduling that to Monday the 28th. Monday, June 28th, we will be making up that appearance so that we make sure, you know, everyone gets their 2 private shows because we got another one coming up this coming Friday. So, I wanted to put it out there. If you guys have any cool short films that are kind of weird videos, weird animations, you know, parody films, that kind of stuff, drop it into the Actual Mania inbox in our Discord. Just drop it in the one that says Actual Mania because I'll look there. And if you're not a part of the Discord, please do it so you can suggest more content for the show. The link is down below. Just go down. You'll see the Discord link. Go to that one.
We're going to give you all a bad case of the Mondays.
So, Pat, where the fuck is your buddy?
Look, I don't know how I can explain this more. He is a slice of shit. I think I've said that from the very beginning. I was like, this guy is a complete waste of space. He doesn't check a calendar. He doesn't know when shit's happening. I have to inform him. It's like I have to shove my hand up his ass and work the mouth half the time. I was like, and so I was
You know
like,
what?
I finally, after like 3 years of being his like secretary, I was like, all right, look, dude. I was like, start checking your DMs. I'm going to answer for myself. And I was like, well, I'll be there. And that's all I'm going to say. I was like, I will throw you the being aware. Cause like when y'all ask like a month ahead of time to be on the show. That's plenty of time to know that whether or not that's on your schedule or not. And it's like the week of, he goes, oh shit. I forgot.
I think there's a
got
conversation
something.
that needs to be had now.
Well,
and we'll have it now. You should fire him and replace him with the God of Cringe. How about that?
I'd rather have no Sofane.
Look,
Quit kissing up to him, Billy.
You've hung out. And Billy's part of the problem with the God of Cringe.
I know.
You've hung out with him.
Yeah.
The guy has stalked. We had a couple
I'm
of
being very
meetups
facetious with
here
that
in Atlanta,
comment.
and he is the God of Cringe will show up uninvited regardless. And he's been actually weirdly normal when he's shown up to those things, but like when we were at like was it VidCon?
Yes, I was there.
He was in character, man. He was just crazy and cringy, but
he bothered me forever to follow him on Twitter, and then I checked the next day and he wasn't following me back.
He's a gay retard.
Hey, Mike Litteris, $20. That's the truth. For $20, you can say anything, psycho.
Psycho. We're trying to reach our goal tonight, by the way. We're at 70% already.
By the way, that's a hard R. I don't think you're allowed to use that.
Oh, you're definitely not. That's disgusting. I can't believe you would do that. Disavow!
Oh, man.
You can't use the hard R on other words either. Not even if it's the beginning or the end of a word. No hard R's.
The R's, look, the R's come in hot, and we just need to get rid of it.
So if I was like, my favorite Michael Jackson song is Thriller. Is that it should be Thriller?
It's Thriller.
See, I feel weird saying that.
You just have to say it softly. You have to be like Thriller.
I don't like ending ing words with an N sound. I pronounce the G as much as possible, and I don't like. I understand the context of the N word with the hard and soft R, but I pronounce the R at the end of every other word. Yeah.
So do you stick the landing on the N word, I guess?
Yeah.
Well, I pronounce the N. I pronounce the G's in that word like I pronounce the G's in lasagna.
Zasagna?
Zasagna. I figured out where Sofane is. It's Father's Day weekend, and the only person old enough to be Sofane's dad would probably have to be Father Time. And since his papa's Father Time, he's lost all track of time as we know it. Poor Sofane, he's lost in time.
My theory is that he has slept with a lot of scandalous ladies, and they're all looking for him with their sons and daughters now, trying to find their papa.
Isn't Father Time?
He's got to lay low for a little while.
Isn't Father Time reborn and then like rapidly ages every year, and then there's like almost like a
baby at the beginning of
Is it the New Year's baby?
Yeah.
Oh. New Year's baby becomes Father Time by the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe Sofane's hiding from all his illegitimate children in a bomb shelter.
That's what my assumption is.
I'll miss
He
him.
likes a lot of hookers.
Most hookers won't carry the baby all the way through.
Okay, I'm moving on.
Well,
to something
no, they
else.
try to use the meth to try to get rid of it.
Oh my God.
That's what meth is for.
Everyone,
But if
please
they
like
have it,
the
then they try to
stream.
sell it for me.
Please like the stream for my voice. Please like the stream for us moving on to something else besides hookers.
Every
and
like
meth.
is worth $1 in crypto dollars, though.
It saves one hooker baby.
Yeah.
I wish I got paid $1 for every like on every stream. That would be beautiful.
If people like you enough, they'll pay you $1. Shout out to everybody in the fan chat who's paying at least $1 because they like you enough.
Yeah.
Good guys.
All right, let's do the news segment. Here it comes.
He called me, sir. It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
All right, here we are. I wish I could speak with more enthusiasm, but I can't right now. It's impossible.
This is going to be the least enthusiastic episode of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
All right. Check this out. Michigan man caught pleasuring self with Elmo doll during home inspection.
What?
New at 10 tonight, a story so disturbing we want to warn our viewers, make sure the kids are in bed or out of the room. It involves a disgusting act with a beloved character from Sesame Street. A home inspector caught on a nanny cam pleasuring himself with a stuffed toy while on the job. Fox 2's Taryn Hasher here now with more on the story. Taryn?
Well, Hugh, let's put it this way. Technology can be a blessing and a curse. The camera in the baby's room triggered by movement and caught exactly what the home inspector was doing.
He was doing a JO in the baby's room?
Was it the kid's Elmo doll or his?
I'm sure it was the frickin' kids.
What, does that matter to you? Like, you think it would?
I mean, if it was his and he, I mean, there was nobody else there, right? I mean, it's not right that he did it, but if it was at least his Elmo doll that he does the deed with, he would take it with him. But if it's the kids, he would like leave it there.
This is even the biggest scandal that's happened with somebody handling the Elmo doll, right?
I don't know.
The guy who did Elmo's voice was like a predator.
I mean, it's just wow.
It's not often you hear a reaction like that from the Oakland County Sheriff. And it's not often you hear of an act so appalling.
Who is this?
On
He's
March
not the
12th,
babysitter,
before
right?
selling an Oxford.
No, he was doing a home inspection.
For a township couple let this man into their home on Gill Street for a routine inspection that turned into anything but. They left, never suspecting the 59-year-old man would allegedly fulfill his sexual urges with their child's Elmo doll.
And while he was in there, he took that opportunity to be in a baby's nursery. And worse, while he's in the nursery, for whatever sick reason, finds himself
Hey, Ben, should we just cancel the show?
in need of sexually gratifying himself with a tickle
Like, Sophie
Elmo
not showing up
doll.
is bad, your voice gone is bad, but this guy just faced an
The
Elmo
disturbing
doll.
sexual act revealed when movement in the child's room triggered the nursery camera.
Thank God
the
he's
image
wearing a mask.
shows when Kevin
He
Van
took the
Leuven
mask
picked
off
up
to
the Tickle
defile
Me
Elmo.
Elmo doll. The homeowner shocked when she was alerted on her cell phone.
She looked on her
Dude,
phone
he
at
didn't
the
even pick Elmo all the way up before he started whipping his dang out.
Wow, I don't want IT anymore.
Yeah.
He was like, I just gotta fuck this
I don't
thing.
want IT. He didn't even get the Elmo all the way up before he was whipping out the dilly.
This can't be his first time doing this, right? Like, this has to be, because he walked over to it and was like, well, I gotta fuck it. I've done it all the other times I've seen one. Like,
He's a natural.
Do you think it's only Elmo dolls? Or do you think it's like any stuffy?
Any Sesame Street character.
Like if somebody had, I don't know, like a non-brand, like I don't know, like a sloth or a llama or something.
Only
you think
Sesame, only maybe Muppets too.
What about a
since
Tigger?
Maybe he
there's
used to
some
work
crossover.
for Sesame Street and got
Throw him in a
fired, and he was like,
volcano.
fuck this doll.
I don't think we should throw him in a volcano, but if he fell into a volcano,
the volcano deserves better. All right.
oh my! What if he tried to fuck the volcano on the way down?
video feed and saw him.
This is
it
just
looked like
guerrilla marketing for the new Jizzo Me Elmo doll, available this holiday season.
Yeah, at this point, with all the stuff Elmo's been through, can we cancel Elmo?
he was not inspecting. It looked like something was going on, so she hit the record.
Going on. This is so Michigan.
He
this
was
is total Michigan accent right here. Going on.
Button, and lo and behold, she ended up capturing something that certainly no one of their right mind could imagine.
It didn't take long for her to figure out
my
what he was
God.
doing with Elmo. After hitting record, she immediately contacted the Oakland County Sheriff's Office.
Our deputies.
He must have known the camera was there, because why did he do it like facing into the closet?
Yeah, but then he like looks up at the camera, like maybe that's part of his kink.
Confronted
Did
him.
he look at the camera before he picked the Elmo up?
Like right, I think after he puts it down, he like looks back up.
And initially he denied it, and then they told him that it was on video, and then he
It was on video, then they
apologized.
The fugitive apprehension team.
I'm getting flashbacks. PTSD flashbacks from living close to Michigan.
Arresting the home inspector on Wednesday. He's been charged with aggravated
Well, at least he fixed his hair before he got his mugshot taken.
indecent exposure and a misdemeanor charge of malicious destruction of property. But perhaps what's even more disgusting, after abusing the doll, Van Leuven put it back like nothing ever happened.
Put the doll back, which Mom would have never known had she
Guys
not
need to
captured
do
it.
DP Idol 3. Love, Heart with Arrow, Romantic
Oh, we will do
Catface, Purple Heart, Poisoning the Well. Play my All the Kids Are Depressed vids. Subscribe to Matthew Correll on YouTube at Matt Grackle on Twitch.tv.
Matt Crackle, Matt
do it.
Cracklow.
Yeah, we will do another DP Idol eventually, which, by the way, if any of you are interested in doing it, which is a singing competition that we do, and some people are good at singing, and then other people are creative with it.
That's more my lane is creative.
Yeah, they'll there are some people, they'll make it funny, or they'll turn it into the video will be really cool, whatever. And the people vote on it, the fans vote on it, and we need more contestants to do it again. So I want to, over time, accumulate a bunch of contestants before we do the next one. But you have to send in 3 videos of you doing 3 different songs. So that's another thing you can drop into the Actual Mania section in our Discord. Just you singing karaoke. It doesn't have to be the full song. You could do a verse and a chorus or whatever.
Right.
3 of them, because you might make it to the end, and we need 3 rounds of you singing, basically. So just throwing that out there. We need to figure that out. But we're not doing it immediately. There's going to be some changes coming to our Patreon, too, to add more cool shit to it very soon. You'll hear about it at the end of this month.
That's one of those kind of thought processes.
Yeah, no, it's ew.
Second that. Well, Van Leuven expected to be back in court in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, as a condition of his bond, he is not to be alone in a house he doesn't own and will have to get a mental health evaluation. Huel.
Yeah.
And Sharon, if he confessed to doing it this time, has he done it before in other homes?
That is a very good question. I'm sure there are a lot of people right now, perhaps recognizing his name or his face, wondering
and all of it.
Yeah,
what could have happened when he may have inspected their home. But it just shows, the sheriff says, that you really have to watch who you let into your home. You can't trust people that they're going to just do their job, and just that.
Man.
Good advice.
So that's why I don't let anybody into my home unless I already want their cum.
Is that why I was invited?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're also invited, Pat. Look, I'll just mail you cum, dude.
Thank you. Can you do it in a jar with My Little Pony in it?
Is there any other way to send cum?
So, I've been seeing this for a while, and I guess more and more counties in Oregon, the more conservative eastern counties, want to leave Oregon and become part of Idaho. Now, I don't know. We'll watch the video, but I'm wondering if Idaho agrees to take these counties. How does Idaho have a say in this? And
I think they've got to, right?
It's weird because I could see myself living in Oregon, at least Western Oregon. I think it's a cool state. I would never want to live in Idaho, so I think these people are crazy.
Yeah, that's the first thing I ask anytime someone says, "Oh, I want to move to blah 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 state." I'll be like, "Have you ever been there?"
Right. And
immediately with that, when you say moving from Oregon to Idaho, I'm like, have you ever been to Idaho? Skip it.
I've only driven through it.
I've been to Idaho.
I drove through it, stopped to eat a couple, in the Panhandle up north is the only part of Idaho I've ever been to.
Yeah, I've done shows in Idaho too. We had a strip club rented out one night, and it was a weird club.
Yeah, Idaho is almost like Washington's Texas or something. It's like the more conservative neighboring state, you know? It's really, I don't know. It's weird because I remember driving in to Washington from Idaho, and within 2 minutes of crossing the border, there was a weed store. And people from Idaho go there to buy weed, even though it's illegal.
Yeah, Idaho. That's same thing. Georgia, we didn't have legal fireworks until a couple of years ago, and literally there was a giant fireworks store just barely on the border into Alabama, and it was packed with all these Georgia license places, and they're definitely, because I used to call it my midnight run, and right at midnight, right before the 4th, I would drive over to Alabama, buy a bunch of gigantic, totally legal fireworks, and drive back and blow up the sky. But, yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of similar. In Ohio, big fireworks were illegal, but in Michigan, they were legal, and there was a fireworks store literally right over the border.
Yeah.
With a giant Uncle Sam a giant Uncle Sam statue outside of this big fireworks store. Some people that are from that area that are watching may know what I'm talking about.
When we were driving into Idaho, we like the radio started to seem more and more like Southern racist. Mm-hmm. And we were like, I wonder how long till they're just going to straight up say the N-bomb on the radio. And then,
did they?
Yeah, but with the lasagna G's. So it was like, yeah. And I was like, what? Like they were talking about selling stripper poles at a convenience store.
It was white guys saying it?
Yeah.
I would think the FCC has something against. I don't know.
He got away with the lasagna G's, I guess.
Here's a story about
to the
Oregon.
growing divide between rural and urban America. Tonight, an effort in rural Oregon is well underway to literally leave the state and become part of Idaho. More and more Oregon counties say that the urban centers do not represent the state that they want to be a part of. Arkana Whitworth reports.
Divisions in America continue to widen.
Today, Oregon's making a stand.
Fueled by the pandemic and a divisive election season, but perhaps none more than the disillusion between urban.
Oh, so the Oregon chapter of the Proud Boys is in Eastern Oregon, and they want to become.
Well, yeah, that's what I was assuming was happening. I was like, this is
Eastern Oregon. Basically,
brethren.
It houses so many militias, like so many training grounds for militias. It's wild. It's like the American Taliban out there.
And rural, and no place is experiencing the urgency.
I love the pink gas masks. Those are cute as
like Oregon. Political unrest has been growing in the state for decades.
The feelings have been there for almost 100 years.
Of the 36 counties in Oregon, 26 voted for Donald Trump in the last presidential election. President Joe Biden winning just 10. But that included the liberal city center of Portland. Biden ultimately won the state by 16 points. That similar scenario has played out for over 40 years. Some residents in rural areas...
I mean, people have had similar conversations about California, like dividing it into 2 or more different states, because there's some very conservative parts, and then there's the very large, very liberal cities.
Almost every state looks like that. Like even the red states that go towards the Republicans every election are the huge blue
Georgia,
areas.
Literally.
Yeah,
that's what happened to us. We used to call Atlanta the Blue Island in the Red Sea.
Yeah,
because outside of Atlanta it gets real country bumpkin real fast, and the Blue Island has gotten a lot bigger, and there's a lot more purple edging around that Blue Island now, and it went blue this time. I was surprised. I thought it was going to take another few elections before you see Georgia sway enough towards the liberal, and but apparently everyone was just over the Trump bullshit and
saying they feel.
Because I'm telling you, that was the way Georgia went blue had nothing to do with there's just a lot more liberals now. There are plenty of Republicans that also didn't like Trump, and that's the people think like, well, if you didn't vote for Trump, then you're not a Republican. I'm like, There's a lot of us that are Republican, registered Republican, have always voted Republican, but Trump just isn't the guy.
Yeah.
Overlooked.
It's not that Biden is. It's just not the...
Biden's more like a traditional Republican than Trump is, right?
Closer.
Yeah.
For 20 years.
Comparatively, if you look at the Overton's window, the way it shifted, I would definitely say Biden is closer to what we would expect out of a Republican.
Yeah.
We've tried
Trump.
to.
Is this the fixer guy from Breaking Bad?
A better balance into the state.
That's what it looks like. He looks exactly
the last time a Republican won was Reagan. Last November, 2 rural Oregon counties voted in favor of ballot initiatives that could lead to being incorporated into Idaho. Last month, 5 more counties followed suit. Put together, these 7 rural counties are larger than Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and Delaware combined.
Size-wise?
It's got a life of its own right now.
Yeah, size-wise.
Not population.
Not population. Population-wise, Rhode Island's probably got them beat.
I can watch it. I can feel it take off. This would be Oregon.
Mike McCarter, president of Citizens for
Oregon.
What the fuck is he wearing?
Greater Idaho, believes redrawing
the fanny pack pistol holster
the state line can become a reality, and he thinks it's time.
Oh, it's great right now. The momentum is incredible.
Members of the movement say their needs, concerns, contributions, and way of life are being ignored by state leaders.
You've got to realize that 78% of Oregon's population is in the Willamette Valley on 21% of the land. They're trying to solve their problems there, but they don't realize what it does to rural Oregon.
Under this proposed plan, on this bridge in Central Oregon, I could stand with 1 foot in Idaho and 1 foot in Oregon. They would use this part of the Deschutes River that has long been a
Deschutes, good brewery.
symbolic dividing line as the actual border. And Idaho
that drone
would gain
is loud. You can still hear it in her mic.
Yeah.
enough land to make it the 3rd largest state in the country.
Over the next few months, 6 eastern and southern Oregon counties have meetings set to discuss joining Idaho. Idaho Falls State Representative Barbara Ehart sees adding land, resources, and like-minded people to the second fastest growing state in the country as a positive.
So Idaho is going to take all these crazies. Wow. You deserve them.
Well, like, is Oregon going to let them go?
I think, I don't know.
Why not have a conversation when you're looking at dealing with people
And of course,
who
Idaho wants them. Idaho's full of fucking crazies.
absolutely have like-minded values, who appreciate those things, particularly maintaining our constitutional values, maintaining our First Amendment rights to freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and to allow people to kind of live.
You know what? I knew they were crazy in Idaho when I saw that they have a blue football field. Did you know that? Boise State. Smurf turf. They have Smurf turf.
Yeah, the show
It's
that we were
trash.
playing was on the night of a big Boise State game, and they lost. So like nobody came out. It was a really sad night.
Aw.
We had a decent crowd, but it was like everybody was miserable.
They used to be they used to rank all the time. I don't think so
and
anymore.
and be accountable for themselves.
Not everyone is on board, though. Clay Berenson, a Medford, Oregon city councilman, is against the plan despite a majority of his constituents supporting the proposal.
Did his shirt not change, but his facial hair did?
Absolutely ridiculous. I think it's another byproduct of our failing two-party system.
Yeah.
I think that people have become so polarized that they can't even accept anything if it comes from the other sid of the aisle.
This guy's a Civil War reenactor.
Than
Except
trying to find compromise and
he changes the
bipartisan
outcome of the Civil War, where the South just gets
They would just
cucked.
rather leave the state and go hang out with the state that is more friendly to their ideals.
The Deschutes River starts in
What
the
the fuck is
Cascades.
this woman
and
doing?
It flows
What
for
is
2
going on? I don't understand.
But we had the damn. She had her legs split on the bridge. The whirring sound coming out of her.
Under a bridge, and
Yeah.
paddleboarding. It's like
152 miles where it meets the Columbia. Here in Bend, Oregon, this part would remain in Oregon. What do you have to say to people that feel like you should just move to Idaho?
It goes all the way back to the difference between urban and rural. We're rural out here. Rural folks have that traditional value of family, faith, and freedom. We're tied to our land. Many of us out here are multiple generations on the same piece of property. We don't want to move to a new place. We're tied into our schools. We're tied into our families. So moving is not the option.
Yeah, you know what the option is?
Moving is always an
You
option.
have to go to war, Papa. And I think it's going to be bad for you when the SJWs march up on your town, stomp you out. They're mean.
They said it would become the 3rd largest state in the country. That's insane.
Size-wise?
Like area-wise. Which is, I mean, that means, I believe it would be
It would be behind
bigger-
Texas and Alaska, right?
Right. Alaska's by far the
Yeah,
largest.
Alaska and Texas are the two
Alaska's
biggest.
a third of
So
all
it'd be
the
bigger than
United States.
California in area. That's insane.
Yeah, I could see that possibly happening.
Well, yeah, here's the new borders of it.
So let's look at this. This is gonna zip
Greater
out.
Idaho.
Greater Idaho.
Yeah.
Legislatures and the U.S. Congress have to come to an agreement for the change to happen.
They
A
wouldn't
process
capitalize the G in greater.
Greater Idaho.
even Idaho Governor Brad
It's
Little
cheese
acknowledges
grater, Idaho.
is steep, telling ABC News
Potatoes are better with cheese.
there's a lot that needs to happen before moving the border is within the realm of possibility.
A whole lot
As a
needs
city
to
councilman,
happen.
you have people that
This
live
statue
here.
guy needs to stop taking a dump before you can move.
Did that guy know he was going to be on camera today? Why? That's what.
Oh, he
Was
did?
that his best?
He wore that same shirt in
That's
his
his Sunday best.
photo they showed earlier.
That you represent who feel like
that's his best.
Their only answer is to move the state line and become a part of Idaho. How does that make you feel?
Well, it doesn't make me feel good, you know.
Why
Like I
is the
said,
cameraman
I love being
social
an
distancing,
Oregonian.
but they
I don't
aren't?
want to be part of Idaho.
In this bitterly divided political climate,
Stop supporting a fascist president.
some hoping state pride will win out.
I would hope that, you know, people would maybe look at a different political perspective and maybe, you know, don't cling to their political parties and be a part of the solutions.
They were in Bend, Oregon. Who gets Blockbuster?
Yeah, that's where Blockbuster
Who gets
is.
Blockbuster?
The last Blockbuster
Does Idaho
on
get
Earth.
Blockbuster, or does Oregon keep Blockbuster? Because look, if I was Oregon, I'd be like, "Fuck you, get
No,
out."
The people keep Blockbuster.
I hope so.
The People's Republic
But
of Blockbuster.
I'll
It'll
fight.
become
Yes.
its own country.
Yes, that's how you got to do it. Be kind. Rewind.
Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Medford, Oregon.
All right. Hi, George. All right, here's Orange County deputy suspended over TikTok videos.
Oh, no.
I'll have to check this out. I do not use the TikToks, so...
I only use it for grooming.
This Orange County Sheriff's deputy has been punished for a video she posted on TikTok.
Why?
Yet, despite the punishment, she continues to create new videos while wearing her uniform. Now, the deputy was suspended from her job for disobeying her superiors and discrediting the sheriff's office.
But tonight, the deputy continues to post new TikTok videos. News 6
Oh,
investigator
I thought she was going to say something else.
Mike DeForest shows us why she is doing it.
Why is she doing it?
Investigation began when a fellow deputy stumbled upon the TikTok videos. During the investigation, other law enforcement officers said they felt the videos were inappropriate and embarrassing.
Yeah.
Orange County Deputy Shelby Abramson received a 3-week suspension after investigators say she violated agency policy while posting videos on TikTok.
So when you're looking at my belt, I have a taser and I have a gun. Only one gun, honey.
Abramson has been creating TikTok videos of herself in uniform since shortly after she was hired by the agency less than 2
hunting? People hunting.
Whoa.
years ago.
No G at the end of that one.
80,000 followers.
TikTok videos have earned her 80,000 followers. According to this internal report, although most of the videos Deputy Abramson posted were benign, some of the audio tracks contained foul language and sexually explicit lyrics.
Okay, well, I mean...
I got a secret for you guys. That's popular music now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She say, babe, I'm nasty, I say me. So I like you in public, she say me.
That's against the law.
The school resource officer deleted this video after News 6 first reported about it, telling investigators she screwed up and shouldn't have posted that one.
That type of don't faze a player.
Besides placing the sheriff's office in disrepute, investigators say the deputy disobeyed her supervisor by continuing to create TikTok videos while on duty, despite being ordered to stop.
So we're going to do some squad talks with Shelby.
Abramson defended her TikTok videos to investigators, saying her motive was the humanizing of the badge. That
Yeah,
we're
that's
not
not
just
cool.
This bad guy behind a gun.
Nope.
While the sheriff's internal probe was still underway, Abramson continued to post TikTok videos, including one recorded inside Epcot while the park was empty.
No. Banish her. That's abuse of power.
I don't...
I want to go to Epcot while it's closed.
I know. I should be a cop.
I don't
Let's
really
be cops.
I don't see anything really wrong with the videos in of themselves, but if they have the policy, they have the fucking policy, right?
Sure, it's just
Yeah.
I guess in the long run, I'm like, she didn't really do anything.
Police policies, long-standing police policies, are why this country protested last year.
30 pounds. Try this dance.
Even after being punished, she has kept on making new TikTok videos for her online fans.
I mean, she'll get fired eventually. If
Maybe. Who
if she got punished for it and she just keeps doing it, yeah, she'll get fired eventually. If they keep punishing her and she just keeps doing it, they're not gonna look the other way forever if they have a problem with it and it's technically against their policy.
The police force loves looking the other way.
Not when it comes to TikTok videos.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office would not make
She's a
Abramson
pioneer.
available for an interview, and she told News 6 by phone that her supervisors instructed her not to speak with us. Some law enforcement agencies prohibit officers from appearing in uniform on their personal social media accounts. Now, the Orange County Sheriff's Office...
I know someone who's a cop in Ohio, and they, like, always post their shit, like... Nothing like intense or anything, but them sitting in their car in their uniform and that kind of stuff.
Cops are predators.
Does allow it, but deputies are cautioned against identifying the agency, and they must not do anything that would negatively impact the public's perception of the agency.
Well, that
Mike
leaves it so
DeForest-
open to interpretation. Like, you can't just say, "Hey, that would did anything negatively affect?" Is anybody like cops dancing? Not in my town.
Yeah, I think TikTok dances are okay, but cringe raps aren't.
She likes the rap musics where they say the swears words.
That's true. So
think about the kids.
That one was just a little bit cringy. Not as bad as the Elmo doll. Not as bad as what was the one before that? I totally forgot that news segment, but it was bothering me too. There's been some pretty uncomfortable videos tonight. Not mad at that.
Little uncomfortable.
Not mad at that.
Little bit.
Get me out of my comfort zone, Fat Pat. You and I just sit here. Can I be the new Sofane?
What?
Thank you, Erica. Crime Tracker alert tonight as well. A high-speed chase at 120 miles per hour ends in a gun being drawn and an off-duty officer put behind bars, accused of road rage. This all happened Sunday evening in Rutherford County, starting on I-24 near Murfreesboro. News 2's Valencia Wicker takes us to the scene.
What's her name?
He had only been on the job for a few months when road rage essentially cost him his job. This is the street where investigators say former Officer Ward chased down the victim and threatened him with his handgun.
911, what's the emergency?
I'm on Shiloh and Medical Center. There's a guy with a gun drawn right here in a Holiday Inn. He's pointing at a man. He's screaming at him right now.
Witnesses caught much of the Sunday night exchange on camera. 31-year-old Matthew Ward, a then off-duty officer for Deckard Police. He's seen pulling a gun on a driver. Investigators are calling it an act of road rage.
Yeah.
Hold on because you're within the city limits, okay?
Not on duty. You can't. Doesn't matter. I am on duty 24/7. This cop saying
I am on duty 24/7. He is actually Farva. This is actually Farva.
Yes. I'm starting to feel like that Super Troopers movie was actually just playing on exactly stereotypes that are within the department. Like these guys do exist, because I knew a cop that was very Farva, and he was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and he definitely became a cop just so he could finally get that respect that he craved forever, and just became such a douche and would like inflict himself on everybody else.
Like,
it was
when we start to defund the police, can we take these jobs away first?
We're already starting to, at least in our town.
You see the girl peeking out of the little hatchback there on the side?
Yeah.
She's peeking. She's like, what the hell, man? What the hell, man?
He's on duty. In the video, you can hear the victim saying,
he's not even from this area.
But according to a Rutherford County Police report, the former officer told deputies he was reacting to how fast the victim was driving on I-24.
Everybody's a little bit stressed right now, but like, chill out. That's a little excessive.
Yeah, can we start like an eat their own program within the police?
Eat their own.
Yeah, and the police can like weed out the ones that suck first. And they can start like getting rid of all these people. And we can have like an American Idol style elimination for all the Farva cops out there. That'd be fun. I would watch that. Let's get that on Twitch or something.
You see that on shows, and it seems like you see it on a show, and that's really extreme. But then when it's here in your hometown,
she loves shows,
See that
man.
on a show.
She loves shows. That's
See
the
that
thing.
on a show.
You know, when you see it on a show, but now it's in your hometown.
It's not real. It's not real life.
It's like
Everyone,
Hollywood in your hometown.
Please like the stream so we can get it to 100 likes. I know you can do it. We're less than 20 away.
Close.
Yeah.
Put your little
Please do
finger on the little button and rub it until it clicks.
And sign up for Patreon because we've got a lot of cool stuff. We have 2 Patreon private shows to do this month. We've got one coming up this coming Friday, and then we got one the following Monday.
Sticky says, why do they pick the most bland people with no opinion to interviews? She's fantastic. She's like a meme level event. She's not quite there yet. If she did a fart or something, or if she started eating like a raw chicken, then she would be a full meme. She's on the cusp. This is great.
They're like, wow, I really should be looking both ways, in a sense.
Ward has been arrested and charged.
I want to hear that one more time.
Yes.
I want to hear everything she said uninterrupted from beginning to finish.
She's a genius.
I want to unpack this entire
Miriam
thing.
Hayes, we salute you.
Yeah, let's see.
You see that on shows, and it seems like you see it on a show, and that's really extreme. But then when it's here in your hometown, you're like, wow, I really should be looking both ways, in a sense.
Ward has been
I should be looking both ways.
Did anybody understand anything?
One more time.
Yes.
One more time. I gotta understand that.
Was there a complete sentence in any of the shit she said?
Excessive.
And you see that on shows, and it seems like you see it on a show. And
you see that on a show. It's like you see it on a show.
That's really extreme.
And that's really extreme.
But then when it's here in your hometown, you're like, wow.
But then when it's here in your hometown, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I really should be looking both ways.
I really should be looking both ways.
Yeah.
In a sense.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Was that a sentence at any point? Did she make a full sentence?
She did.
There was like comma.
Yeah, comma. She commaed her way through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It was a
wow.
comma,
We really should be-
chameleon.
Kamikaze.
Ward has been arrested and
This
charged.
guy should not have a badge.
Or a headshot ever.
He's got like twice as many chromosomes.
He looks like his parents were brother and sister,
Yes.
right?
He's like the human manifestation of a Keystone Light.
Oh,
With
God. He's the
aggravated
Keystone Cop.
assault. He has since been released. In Rutherford County, Valencia Wicker.
What I do is pull a gun on a guy.
I'm a cop
News 2.
24/7.
News 2 has learned Ward resigned from his job with Deckard Police early this afternoon.
Oh, good.
Former chief of the Pentagon's Unidentified Flying Object Investigation Program, Luis Elizondo, has confirmed to the Washington Examiner that the U.S. government is considering whether UFOs are or are not of earthly origin.
Elizondo.
That's it.
That's the job?
This is it. 2021, a space honesty. They're coming
Space
out.
honesty.
They're coming out with the aliens now. They're gonna be real. They're gonna be real. This is it.
Real aliens.
This is it. Mark my words. 2021, a space honesty. The documentary will hit on Netflix, and that's how we'll know about aliens. Probably Amazon.
Space honesty.
It's gonna happen.
Recently said these flying objects are, quote, extraterrestrial, extra-dimensional, or the creation of an Earth-based intelligence unknown to human society. Commentary writer at the Washington Examiner, Tom Rogan, joins us to discuss now. Tom, what do you think? Are they extra-worldly or interdimensional? Which one is it?
You know, we don't know, but the fact that that is a legitimate question deserving of answers, the pursuit of answers rather than scorn or stigma, I think speaks to the importance of this issue, both in terms of, security implications, but broader philosophical questions. So, the legitimacy of the question in and of itself.
This has been talked about more and more and more over the last year. And I don't know if it's just because people are bored because of COVID, but ever since those UFO videos became declassified, everyone's like, what is it?
We've had a slow descent into realization that aliens are real when Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 started working with the government.
Right. He had his finger on the pulse, everybody. Tom DeLonge got it.
And then recently, this month, it was supposed to be this month, Trump had an executive order that we'd have to release all the classified information on UFOs from a certain period. Right?
It's way more likely that these UFOs are experimental aircraft or something
or
built
a bad
with on our
sensor
own
inside of the other aircraft that was monitoring it, that had just a failing sensor that was.
It could be any of those things.
Someone had a little blemish on the front of it.
There's way more plausible explanations than someone being able to travel through interstellar space from another life-supporting star system.
They just said it might not be interstellar. It might be interdimensional. They might be prodding through dimensions. And this is how I know UFOs are real.
UFOs are real. That just means it's an unidentified aircraft.
Just means you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's flying.
But this is how I know that it's got to be real. All the stories.
It is real.
All the stories involve them probing people's anuses. And if you're going somewhere new, you're going there trying to score. So these are obviously.
Yeah. The first time I landed in a new country, I was like, I must inspect the butts.
Yeah.
I think it's a striking evolution from where we've been in the past.
Yeah, so Tom, this report is really, really big in my opinion, because Luis Elizondo has sort of been out there and talking about all of this stuff, but his confirmation to you that this is something the government is actively investigating, and that's something that people sort of suspected, but to actually have confirmation from the man who's the former chief of the Pentagon's program that's looking into this.
Why does this look like a QAnon morning show? Is this a QAnon morning show?
No.
Is quite a big deal, and in his estimation, in your report and in your interview with him, he calls this the probability that this is of human sort of military programs infinitesimally low. The probability that what we're seeing with some of these UAP videos is infinitesimally low, that it would be coming from the United States, China, or Russia. So my question to you is, why trust?
This is made by The Hill.
Yeah, I'm reading into it right now.
He looked at man. Billy looks at something and assumes everything about it with little to no information other than just how it looks to him.
And I'm almost always on the bullet.
No, you're not.
Oh, so
Luis
close.
Elizondo.
Yeah.
He's coming out of the Pentagon.
Always,
is this an info operation, right? Why should people not believe that this information is being either leaked selectively and then confirmed selectively, and then Elizondo is sort of making selective appearances in the press? You've covered this for a really long time. Why is that skepticism unwarranted?
Well, I think the first reason is that there are a considerable number of other people, including some still working on the issue actively, who will say the same thing and who have said the same thing to me. I think what's key about Elizondo is he's had the courage to go on the record and say it. But he is not one by in and of himself. He reflects a broader gamut of officials.
I've seen this a few times too. It looks like they try to be a little more. They try to have people from both sides.
Yeah, because they're an independent news source.
Yeah,
based in Washington D.C., right?
Yeah, well, it's part of The Hill, which is a newspaper that started
a digital newspaper.
Well, no, it was a print newspaper at one point. It started in '94 when you couldn't have a digital newspaper. So
experts, as it were, in the government who have come to that same conclusion. I also think it's important to note that when we're talking here about some of these UFOs, so the Navy 2004 Tic Tac that people have paid attention to would be one of them. There are others.
Is that like the cop that was on Tic Tac?
Yeah, you know what? It was a newspaper at one point. Oh, that's so weird. So it was a newspaper that went all digital eventually because it was too expensive to print and circulate newspapers.
Yeah, starting a media company in '94, kind of a bust.
Yeah, it says it began as a newspaper publisher in '94, but now it's the largest independent political news site. I get videos from it, but I've never actually gone to the website and read it or anything.
It's a special class, right? That not all UFOs that the Navy's been seeing are under this class. Some are likely to turn out being misidentified.
I feel like this guy's not wearing pants. Is that?
I assume everyone, I'm not wearing pants, so I assume that's what everyone's doing.
I am wearing pants, but I'm not wearing diapers, so.
So, flying loose today.
Yeah.
Or maybe Chinese and Russian, sensor platforms that they've launched off cargo ships, which the Drive website did a very good piece kind of examining. It's this special quality where...
You know what? They do still print, actually. I was just skimming through their Wikipedia. They get about 22,000 print readers, actual readers, where they subscribe to the print version of their newspaper. Yeah.
A lot of people still run newspapers as a way to scam local businesses into buying advertisement.
To scam old people who don't know how to use the internet.
I knew a guy in Vegas. He just like created newspapers so that he could sell advertising to businesses locally. It was
It would just be thrown out.
Great
No one
scam.
kept
Yeah,
them, but-
he was like, we print 100,000. He's like, I just want to get you put here in the thing, and like, there's part of an advertising budget that most places have. So like, yeah, whatever. Here, take your pick, put it in there. We don't care.
We see, instantaneous acceleration, hypersonics, transmedium travel, which is to say space, air, sea, hundreds of knots under the water, no conventional propulsion source, G-forces that would range up, based on our understanding of contemporary
knots under the
physics,
water?
into the 700s. That category where you've got both pilots seeing it, they're recording it on their gun cameras, which are the cameras underneath the jets.
Do we have aqua aliens?
Someone in the chat said, I believe you could access news on the internet in 94. Yeah, you could, but most people were consuming print news. So you couldn't.
It's a small select group.
Right. You couldn't depend your business model on people reading your news on your website. Then if you wanted to be a newspaper, you had to print it and circulate it out there in 94. The shift had not happened yet. So, yes, it was possible, but almost nobody was getting their news on the internet in 1994. Almost nobody.
Yeah, no one remembers their email from 94.
I was downloading JPEGs of
Zoop.
Yeah,
It would go
one
like
line
that.
at a time.
Man,
Yeah.
man. Oh, there's a boob. Man.
Yep.
Man.
Boop, boop, boop.
All right, let's check this out. Teen receives racist attacks after anti-racist graduation speech.
To my Middle Eastern peers, who have been facing struggle after struggle and are in constant fear of their families and friends being struck down by a militant government who've had their land stolen and abused, I applaud you. To my Hispanic and Latino peers who have to constantly fight for...
This teen voiced support for her Middle Eastern classmates.
They started booing her.
She says she's now facing racist attacks over it.
It's probably trolling, which is, it is in and of itself a racist attack.
Right.
But it's just people being assholes on the internet.
Rachel Chang was salutatorian at Western High School in Davie, Florida. Salutatorian. Lasagna. In her graduation speech, Chang spoke openly and honestly about instances of racism she and other students of color experienced. I'm not here today to give a political speech. However, as the only person of color student standing before you today, I'm not going to just stand here and give a lofty speech about how great high school was and how amazing college will be for us. I'm going to strike fear in order to praise the accomplishments of not only myself, but of every student here. We must first acknowledge the struggles that many of us have faced to get to this point. The virtue, the signaling, and not just academic struggles, but one of personal. I
want to expect and think the best of everyone at face value, but a lot of times with some of the shit that's really woke, I feel like it's performative by a lot of people.
Well, of course. People are suck. Everything's performative.
Most of those kind of speeches are always a little contrived and formulaic, and this, and not that she's saying anything bad. She's saying it's fine.
Yeah,
but it feels a little put on, like it was to be a problem.
I like how, I don't know, it's weird, and you'd never heard a politician talk about how Juneteenth should be a national holiday until last year. I'd never heard anyone be like, "Oh, Juneteenth." I had hardly even heard of it before.
And there was a meme I saw the kid stepping over 4 steps. It was police brutality, reparations, all this stuff, and then we'll just make Juneteenth or whatever a holiday.
They didn't
just skip past all the actual struggle.
They didn't make
issue.
any important changes to help people. They made a holiday like
performative,
right? Like it's fine to have the holiday. I think there should be more federal holidays where people get off school and off work. That's fine, but
I'm all for it.
But like. I don't know. To me, it seems performative. Like it went from like something that was mostly in the Southeast, right? Like it was celebrated in the Southeast mostly, and then I had never really heard of it until last year, and then all of a sudden it's a national holiday.
I had heard of it, but living in the South, but it wasn't prominent. It was like I don't know. I guess. It was like you might hear a whisper of something, someone say it around that time frame. You're like, what? Oh, yeah. What's that thing again? But as far as attention to it, no.
Yeah. I mean, how about fix the problems that.
No, why do that?
Yeah. No. They put a Band-Aid over it. They made a day.
Look, we're going to make a day. You like us again, right? We're cool?
Right. It's ridiculous.
So fake. It's just
struggles that have been deep-rooted within so many of us since we were kids, and struggles that have taken years of introspection to rediscover ourselves. Struggles that we have internalized, beating ourselves up over aspects of our identities that we have no control over, and hating parts of us that make us the person we are today. These fights are what has gotten us.
What problems? Someone in the chat said, what problems? Get people jobs, get people homes, get people retirement money, get people health care.
Those are problems.
Yeah.
No, those are inconveniences.
Oh, okay.
This far to where we are here. So I applaud.
Actually take steps to end racism systematically. Like, don't put a Band-Aid over it by creating a holiday.
You can't. A lot of people that don't understand the systematic, like, well, they're the ones that are causing all the crimes, and they're the ones that, blah, blah, blah. They don't understand that where it starts, it stems literally as there's no potential future. If you live in a low-income area, then, like the way, at least in Georgia, the way schools are funded, or how rich is the community you live in, that school gets more money. It's not distributed evenly. So the accreditation that you're going out of this high school versus this other high school, if you're living on the south side of Atlanta, you're not getting picked up anywhere. You're not getting the same resources that everyone in the rich areas are getting. So it's like you just kind of stay in this horrible situation that you got to crawl your own ass out of it. Like,
take actual steps to fix the problems rather than just creating a holiday and being like, look what we did. We created a holiday. The holiday does nothing in of itself.
I think that now that the Democrats run all three legislative branches, they're gonna
There's
make
only one legislative branch.
Oh, all three branches though. Legislative, executive, all three branches.
Okay.
I mean,
okay,
all three branches. Now they run all three branches. We're gonna have multiple holidays enacted, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Can we have a Jeff holiday?
Yeah.
Where's my bell?
My name Jeff.
Every single one of you. To my African American and Black peers who have constantly been diminished because of their race and have been substantialized to only their athletic abilities, who have to live in fear every time a siren sounds, I applaud you. To my Asian American peers who have been subjected to the model minority myth, who have been infantilized and fetishized because of.
She has no enthusiasm. It just sounds like she's reading it. Sounds like someone wrote it for her.
Pop culture, and yet has faced a year of hatred because of this pandemic, I applaud you. To my Native American and Indigenous peers, who had their lands and culture stripped from them, and to this day still face the effects of colonialism and imperialism, I applaud you.
However, it was only when Shang addressed her Middle Eastern peers and referenced recent violence against Palestinians that she says she started to receive a negative reaction.
To my Middle Eastern peers, who have been facing struggle after struggle struggle and are in constant fear of their families and friends being struck down by a militant government who've had their land stolen and abused, I applaud you. To my Hispanic and Latino peers who have to constantly fight for...
Censor speech, Shanks says she's received racist slurs and attacks.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's wrong, but it happens.
And even calls for her college acceptances to be revoked. She says their threats have come from Zionists and white supremacists.
Zionists, so she means Jewish people.
Well, yeah, the Zionists. That's she was speaking out against their treatment of Palestine. That's what got the reaction from the crowd, right?
Right.
She claims her Instagram account was also disabled. Poor Rachel. After it was mass reported by detractors.
That does happen.
Supporters mobilized a petition to reinstate her account. As of June 17th, it had gained more than 2,700 signatures since the recent uptick in violence in Gaza and the West Bank. Instagram and other social media publishers have been accused of silencing creators who express solidarity for Palestinians. Instagram says they're altering their algorithm after an internal review. Chang has since created a new account and an OnlyFans. Her first post read, Rachel Chang is back, and I still stand by every single thing I said in my salutatorian speech.
Salutatorian.
Salutatorian. I don't like that word at all.
I prefer salutatorian. I like that better.
Thank you.
Rolls off the tongue.
Salutatorian.
Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene. She wants Fauci fired.
No.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
This is an important issue that we need to talk.
Can someone? I heard she ran unopposed. Can someone run against her, please? Like, how long is her term? 4 years? Someone needs to run against her eventually here.
Fauci lied.
The American people have endured terrible things over the past year due to the shutdowns from COVID-19.
It was the shutdowns that caused the terrible thing.
That's all the people died because of shutdowns.
I can't. That's so mean. Why would they shut down and kill people?
I'm very proud to sponsor the Fire Fauci Act, and I'm grateful to my colleagues here for co-sponsoring this bill because the American people deserve answers. The Fire Fauci Act will bring Dr. Fauci's salary down to zero and also will require the Senate to confirm someone to fill his position. You see, Dr. Fauci was not elected by the American people. He was not chosen to guide our economy. He was not chosen.
Right. There's plenty of people that have appointed positions in the government.
What's their nuts got appointed into the Supreme Court? She got appointed. Right. She wasn't elected by the American people.
Well, I mean, like the president's entire cabinet they're all appointed and they all have very powerful positions.
Chosen to rule over parents and their children's education.
You weren't even elected. You ran unopposed. You won by default.
But the thing, like, what the fuck? Okay, is she saying that her kids are stupid because she's being required to teach them and they couldn't be in classrooms? That seems what she's alluding to.
Dr. Fauci very much controlled our lives for the past year. Dr. Fauci, there is a lot of information that needs to come out on him. And as you all have seen with the emails that came...
There's information that needs to come out on him.
Yeah.
She's trying to cancel a respected doctor.
Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's not just like sitting in his house going, you know what, I think I'm going to say... He has a whole bunch of doctors he reports with and talks with. These are not just his decisions, by the way. He kind of... This is a collective that comes up with this.
That he owes the American people a lot of answers, but he also...
And he tried to come in and conduct himself in a dignified way and had to fucking deal with Trump.
Not with that administration, you won't.
Yeah, he tried though. He was like, "Oh, well, this is happening, and I have this position, so I have to work with the president."
Yes,
and
this
he
is
tried.
my job.
Yeah.
Owes the world a lot of answers. These are emails that are very important that you all need to make sure that you're sharing with the public, because the public has suffered greatly. Businesses have closed, small businesses have suffered. People have truly been depressed. Health consequences. People have died alone in hospitals and nursing homes. Children's education has been delayed by a year. And then we even witnessed suicide numbers going up.
She said people died alone in nursing homes. But the way she phrased that made it sound like they died because Fauci...
Because of the shutdowns.
Because of the shutdowns.
They couldn't go to Walmart and go into the dressing room and try on a new pair of jeans.
Couldn't be with them as they were slowly slipping into senility and dying. And because of that, that's why they died faster. He killed this person.
I know if I didn't see my family, I would die immediately. So this makes sense.
My family's killing me.
Oh, that's not good.
Not in just adults, but young people, people in college.
Did children miss a year of school, or do they have to do it from their computers?
Well, different states have different rules, and there are some states that are making most children repeat a grade.
God, that sucks.
Because there's like a minimum amount of hours that you have to put in per year. Some states mandate that as a law.
Yeah.
So
chuck that up to a loss.
Not that many, but I did
so
see
dumb.
it.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
I can't believe Fauci made them do that.
Yeah. He's a monster.
Children in high school, children in middle school, and even younger. This isn't how our country was set up, and this is not how people should be governed. But yet it's Dr. Fauci.
What's the other side of that? The other side is that you send the kids to school and spin that pandemic up even worse. Like, more people die.
Well, there's no proof that kids can actually die, okay?
Never.
So
a kid has never died.
Yeah.
And through
not in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Once the clock strikes midnight on your 18th birthday, then it's
all bets are off.
Jinx.
You owe me a Coke.
That's not what it used to mean.
What?
Like for me, the Jinx game when I was a kid, it was like two people would say the word at the exact same time, and the first person to say Jinx was safe, and the other person couldn't talk until someone else said their name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard of that
if you can get
version of it?
If you can get a Coke out of the whole deal, though, that's pretty sweet.
I saw them play. I saw them mention that on The Simpsons a long time ago. I'm like, huh. Because they're like, now you can't talk till someone says your name. I'm like, oh.
There's also Jinx, and then they get to sock you until you can touch a doorknob.
That's padiddle. Or no. It was
safety.
Safety. Linger. Yes, when someone farted, right? Yeah.
Safety.
Yeah, if you farted, you had to say safety before someone else said linger.
Yeah.
If they said linger, you had to run and touch a doorknob or everyone would beat your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God, I hated that.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Making up random rules to accost your friends.
Safety.
His advice that constantly changed. That is how things happened. You see,
I had a group of friends where if you knocked over the bong and spilled the bong water everywhere, everyone got to kick you once, and everyone who was wearing shell toes got to kick you twice. So after they made that rule, everyone showed up with shell toe Adidas like the next day.
Damn, you got the shell toes.
There's a lot of evidence, and answers need to be found, and answers need to be given. And the American people deserve the answers, and accountability should be held for Dr. Fauci and all of those.
Did you see what Sticky wrote in the fan chat?
What? I thought Jinx meant you get to touch someone's boob. Well, I've been lied to. Sticky, I got some bad neuse.
Yeah, you've been just honking
fell for that?
For no reason.
Jinx.
I gotta pee.
Involved. And if American tax dollars went to the Wuhan lab and indeed funded this virus, which it's very clearly coming out that this is very much a man-made virus,
That's not proven. It's a possibility, but it has not been proven. You're so wrong. What do you do Like, what do you actually do? I feel like she's getting paid probably at least $200 to $300 a year.
$200 to $300 a year?
Or I'm sorry, $200,000 to $300,000 a year.
Yeah, I was like $200 to $300 a year is not bad.
That was my bad.
That's not bad. Like if we're getting her to do this crazy shit for $200 to $300,
I wish
it's worth it for content alone.
I wish, but you know what I'm saying. Like, but all she does is say dumb shit. Oh, someone says $174,000. That's still a lot of money. That's more money than most people make in a year.
Especially somebody who ran unopposed.
Right.
Like,
man, she cashed in. I have to credit her for that. She figured out how to, she's like, oh, no one's running here and I can get into Congress.
That's way better than going to work for McDonald's.
Virus in a lab.
She doesn't, honestly, she doesn't have to really do anything. I don't even think there's a minimum amount of like sessions of Congress she has to show up for. I don't think so. Someone fact check me on that. Is there a minimum amount of days you have to show up for a session of Congress when you're a representative? Because I feel like a lot of them just, like, some of them hardly show up at all sometimes, unless there's something they're really pushing for.
That has sickened the world and caused people to die. You see, people are really tired of there never being anyone held accountable, never anyone being fired.
Dude, if I were you and this bitch got reelected, I would move. I would never come back to the state of Georgia.
I would move to Idaho.
You're better off. Greater Idaho is
maybe
better.
You can make part of it Idaho.
And that's why it's time.
All the people that live in the counties that are not that are proposed to be part of Greater Idaho that smoke weed are quaking in their boots right now. Yeah. There's going to be a mass exodus of all the weed smokers to the rest of Oregon. They don't want to be part of Greater Idaho.
To fire Dr.
There's places where they grow weed around there, I'm sure.
Fauci and give answers to the American people who, I mind you, this is the government that should be serving them, not the other way around.
How about you move to her district and run against her?
Look, no.
I
lost my party's nomination years ago.
Damn it! How about Fane, who has yet to show up? By the way,
was that a Julian Assange podcast?
Shit, by the way, what a piece of shit!
He is a slice of shit, everybody. Right, Fane is a slice of shit in the chat.
He's a good boy who has better things to do than sit here and
by loving on his daddy.
Pick on poor Marjorie Taylor Greene like that. All she ever did was call for the end of Dr. Fauci.
That's all. All right, let's check out the Streamlabs. Just a reminder, everyone, we're 20% away from our goal. We're almost there. Everyone, please like the stream. And help us. Throw us a couple fives. Billy's going to read the Streamlabs as we do after every segment.
Egghead Show said, I'd like to throw out a suggestion for Actual Mania.
Okay.
Egghead versus TVC Mario in a no-holds-barred, anything goes grudge match.
A spit-swapping makeout match?
A spit-swapping butt puppet hand match?
Is it a spit-swapping makeout
I think so, yeah. Egghead said he sent a promo in. He said it was a good one, too.
I'll check it out.
B. Ball Julian said these are the interdimensional child Mo Lay stairs Alex Jones always talks about. Little Nepetiz says Titers. Matthew Krecklau gave us that big love. Eric gave us that big love. Choo choo. August gave him that big love. Lord of Nurgle gave that big love. Rat Lord Alcatraz gave that big love. Mike Litteris gave that big love. And that should put us all tip-top on the drip drop.
All right, let's watch Egghead's promo before we move on to the next thing. Everyone, please like the stream.
What makes a man? Is it the power in his hand?
He made a promo, and he doesn't even know who his opponent is, which, by the way, we will announce on the next episode of DP on Tuesday.
He's cock hard for TVC Mario. DJ Fixol with the slap fight to get us $666.66. That's right. We did it, folks. We broke the internet.
You always start your promos with so.
I don't know. Sometimes he starts it with preaching to the ministry choirs.
He doesn't.
As I sit here while my car charges, gathering up stuff for my
oh yeah, Egghead got a new car. It's like an electric car.
Eventual move, I have come to the realization that this coming Friday, this upcoming thing is actual mania.
It's not actual mania, but it's actual Mania 21.
Mania is once again around the corner.
Yeah, it's drinking age.
And I have no idea what the card's going to be. However, I realize something.
What's that, Egghead?
As I hear those church bells singing in the background, it hits me.
He does want Mario. He's got church bells ringing in his mind.
I can see him in my...
Is it a spit swap and make out match?
Yep.
Mind's eye.
Egghead, you know, if you say Mario, I am making this a spit swap and make out match.
He's the groom, or no, winner gets to be the groom, loser has to be the bride.
There has been one person that has been getting on my nerves every single freaking time.
Who's that, Egghead?
We all know who that is.
Who is that, Egghead?
Are you going to say it, Egghead?
He's going to say it.
It's none other than our good old Canadian little prick.
You want to spit swap his little prick?
So.
A spit swap and make out match!
Yes! The vagina Christian versus Egghead's bathtub in a shit show make out extravaganza.
Kiss you with tongue, Mario.
I came up with an idea.
You heard the church
and
bells
I even
ringing.
donated to y'all.
You heard the church bells ringing because you want to marry him.
Yes.
Egghead.
I'm in.
Is that why you heard the
sexy?
Is that why you heard the church bells ringing?
Little $2 donation helped. Did that chip train going choo-choo? But back to the point of it. We all know my freaking beef with him. We all know that I do not.
You want his beef?
Like him at
You want that
all.
beef?
Where's the beef?
We all know that I, quite frankly, despise his very existence.
You want him at Actual Mania, right?
Yeah, but he but Mario only brings chicks, man.
Oh.
So I came up with an idea.
Spit swapping?
Spit swapping makeout match.
Mania. Egghead versus TVC Mario.
Yep.
In a no-holds-barred grudge match.
In a spit swapping makeout match?
I mean, why not? It makes perfect sense. I don't have to be a part of all the goddamn title matches that go on in the freaking world of Actual Mania. So...
The title of King Spit Swapper.
I am going to award the title of their opponent's eternal undying love.
Look.
To the winner.
Egghead's spit's going to be in Mario's mouth. Mario's spit's going to be in Egghead's mouth. It's going to be a total debacle.
So, if you win, Egghead, we're going to announce you as Mario, the Vigilant Christian Mario's husband.
Yeah, if you win, you get to be the husband. If you lose, you get to be the wife.
It's the Mario's husband title. It's a new title that I'm creating right now.
In a spit swapping makeout match.
Should be a chastity belt that they
I
wear.
have a feeling Egghead will never lose this title. Oh, God.
I challenge Mario to a no-holds-barred match. I've been holding this grudge against you for so many fucking years. I hate you with every fiber of my being, Mario. And I know that you'll never see this because you're too much of a coward to do anything. So, the powers that be, I now lay down the challenge. Give me Mario in a grudge match, in a
spit swapping makeout match.
We'll give him to you, Egghead.
I like how he's using his bedroom voice for this.
It is. It's
Egghead,
ASMR.
Egghead, why is Mario living rent free in your fucking head? Jeez, I haven't thought about it.
I've heard. I don't use the TikToks, but Egghead does, and I've heard Egghead harasses Mario on TikTok, and it to the degree where Mario actually did get into his comments.
Oh, wow.
And say some shit to him. So they had like a little feud on TikTok.
What's up,
I thought
Faith
Mario
family?
disappeared after he got
He's back.
catfished.
He's back.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just after he was admitting that he wanted to like bang his friend. Shit.
He's a friend of mine. Like he's a friend of mine on Facebook from like way back in the day when I still used Facebook, and I still have him on there. And every now and then I can DM him and he'll reply. Like he's nice enough to me. I just don't like his views at all. You know.
He seems like a sweet boy.
He's not as bad as like a G-Man or a Trumpster Bob where they like, you know, where they want to murder people and stuff. But
I'm just glad he's signed on for the spit swap and makeout match is all.
You got blocked, Egghead.
I got blocked, and now I'm angry, so I want to challenge him to a spit swap and makeout match.
Every time that comes up, I'm just going to, I want us to double say it. Every time. So I want to do Oddities. We only have one video for Oddities, and I think it's great. Check this out, Billy. Buff Correll has done an original song.
Oh, wow.
You know who Buff Correll is, Pat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gotten weirder and weirder. And I think he's like just leaning in on how weird he can be.
Yeah, you think it's an act to a degree?
I feel like it's somewhat put on, but because like I saw like back in the day when I saw him on Tosh.0, and I was like, he seems somewhat coherent, and you think he's a little bit self-aware, but then he just gets weirder. I'm like, I don't know, this guy's weird.
Yeah, it seems that way. We're going into Oddities now.
Clue disappear. Clue disappear.
Clue disappear.
God damn it.
No, still Egghead.
So it's called Dancing in the Park. This is Buff Correll's original song.
I wonder how good this is.
Normally, he does cover songs like karaoke.
Is it like a Lionel Richie like parody?
I don't know. It says original song on it. His dancing, although very awkward, or not awkward, but unconventional, I believe, is not too bad.
That's the best, yes.
But his singing is awful. He tries to sing way above his voice range.
Register?
Yeah.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Buff Correll, baby, back. I'm up at their loves. We back again. Tell a friend. Anyways, today's...
I am almost positive someone could give Buff Correll a makeover from the neck up and make him look 100% better.
Well, yeah, because Disney put like petroleum jelly and like, I don't know, what is that? Black paint on his face?
Like, I feel like he's bald up to the top of his head and he's combing forward like a section of hair down to like here.
Yeah.
And then yeah, he's doing there's something weird with his eyebrows. I do not believe those are real.
Groucho Marx.
Yeah, no, he's been painting on these giant Groucho eyebrows. Yeah.
And the mustache.
An original joint.
He doesn't paint the mustache.
I think we'll just call this dancing. So we'll see what happens before I do. Let's get off and do this right.
Yeah, I don't think the Vaseline is for jerking it like we've joked around before. I think it's for his head or something.
I think it was for jerking it because he had multiple other ones.
Vaseline is not good for jerking it.
Well, he had Vaseline, he had Jergens.
It's all sticky and shit.
Elmo?
There's way better shit to jerk it with. Spit is better
He's fucking the Elmo.
Vaseline.
Vaseline's good to put in your butthole. Well, he probably does butt stuff while he's jerking it.
Okay, cool.
Because he used to have Jergens and stuff on there, too. Oh, he is dancing. He's dancing, guys. Wicka, 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 boom, boom.
Dancing, we dancing at the pot. Hey, yo, talking and we walking at the dot. Hey, yo, we never meant to do it in any ways. That's what happened.
It's more rapping, right?
Dancing and we dancing at the pot. Hey, yo.
It's more like rap.
Talking and we walking at the dot. Hey, yo, we never meant to do it in any ways. That's what happened. Now let the music play.
It sounds better when he's not trying to actually sing.
Dancing and we dancing at the park, hey yo. Talking and we walking at the dark, hey yo. We never meant to do it anyways.
It's just like amazing the amount of time he obviously puts into his physique, but then his head looks like that. Like I'm like. If you could survey like 20 random heterosexual women on the street and just show them the picture of him from the neck down and be like, would you date this guy? I bet most of them would be like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
but
And then it's just sad trombone from the neck up.
like, what?
That's what happened. Bobby went to the dance floor, beat hit so hard, shine like a night truck. Then he got up on it, 1 minute in the crowd, yelling, brother, done it. I remember when music used to talk to me. Maybe fall in love, please walk with me. Any type of music is tight. Got a good.
You know what? Something I don't normally see him doing. He's counting time with his foot. He's tapping his foot to like. I feel like he's trying harder.
Yeah, it's his own song.
Yep.
Does his mom ever like come in there and like, hey, can you knock that shit off? We got guests.
I wonder if he lives with his mom or what he does for a living.
Looks like
I know
live
he
with
was
my
in the
mom's
army.
room.
He's probably in a halfway home.
He was in the army at one point.
Dancing and we got at the park, hey, yo, talking and walking at the dark, hey, yo, never meant to do it anyways. Let's it happen.
I don't know who made the paint for it. Whoa! You can tell he's rehearsed this dance.
Dancing and we dancing at the park, hey, yo, talking and we walking at the dark, hey, yo, we never meant to do it anyways. Let's it happen. Now let the music play. Dancing and we dancing at the park.
What?
Sorry, mom. Sorry, mom.
Does he not know how
Sorry,
long
Mark.
it is?
He was dancing in the
Wow, he
dancing
worked
in
up
the
a
park.
sweat. You see that?
Yeah,
Glistening.
he's dancing in the park.
I'd like to get Gail and Buff Correll on at the same time. I think that'd be a cool show. Could you see how that would go? I would love it.
Gail Correll.
Yeah. Gail Correll Schuler.
Buff Cord Schuler.
Yeah, something like that. Some blend of that. I could use that in my life.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know why those two would go together, but
I think we just think about it. Like when you lay in bed tonight before you fall asleep, imagine a conversation between those two.
well, I don't think I've ever seen Buff Correll
Just
talk
good,
before.
crazy. This is a good, crazy conversation.
Wild card, Billy.
That's not the wild card,
That's
Ben.
the wild card.
This is. I'll watch it.
Oh, you'll watch it.
I don't
like it.
I can't promise I'll.
You'll watch it and like it.
I can't promise I'll have a make-out grudge match with it.
You will. It'll be a 3-way make-out match.
Oh no.
Billy's getting hard right now. I mentioned that.
I've been
and I
hard.
can see, no, big grill.
No, I came into the room with an erection, Ben.
Your air humping has only increased.
No, Ben, this erection's
I know
been
you
here
can
the
talk
whole
over me to
episode.
try to negate what I just said, but I'm
No,
telling
Ben,
the truth, people.
I walked in the room with an erection, Ben.
No, you didn't.
Ben, this erection's. I've been perma-hung erection all night long.
Liar, boo.
No, this erection didn't just happen because you were talking about Buff Correll.
Liar, run for mayor someplace else.
It's not true.
Boo, boo, Billy, liar.
Boo, Ben Canup.
Boo. All right. Trumpster Bob telling people, he's warning people about the dangers of green beans.
It's about damn time.
Green beans.
You know what? I guess I'm behind this
Fucking
one.
hot dogs and pizzas aren't healthy, Bob. You're not going to convince anyone of that.
Yeah, they are. Shit's damn good for you. You're just not supposed to eat them all the freaking time, just like any other food. Hell, green beans will kill you. Did you know that? Green beans will kill you if you eat too many green beans. Did you know that?
You don't know who Trumpster Bob is? Do you know who he is?
Yeah, we called him. On one
Okay,
of the
I thought
episodes.
so, but I wasn't. I thought so.
I was like, yeah, Trumpster Bob is hysterically funny, and I think it's unintentional.
It is 100% unintentional, and he also is getting catfished by some Nigerian person. He made a video where he's like cussing out the people working at Western Union because they won't let him send $200 to Nigeria for his girlfriend in Nigeria. They're like, sir, and obviously they're people like in India or Pakistan, somewhere like that, with that kind of accent. They're like, so we're just trying to protect you from fraud. And he's like, you're racist. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah, you're definitely being...
Yeah, I know. He is fucking stupid. I don't know how he lived to this age that he's alive till, like in his 50s. I don't know.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, do you know why?
Still good for you in small quantities.
But wait a minute, I'm going to tell you why. And hot dogs and pizza and all the hamburgers in the world ain't going to kill you like that. But green beans is one of the foods that carry a lot of vitamin K.
Vitamin K?
Yeah, you know about the murderous vitamin K?
Vitamin triple K?
Vitamin K.
KKK?
Who was it that brought this up last time?
G-Man?
Well, it was G-Man, right?
I think it was a different vitamin, though. It was like B17
I thought
or something.
it was vitamin K.
No, I've never heard of vitamin K before. I'm about to look it up.
Well, no, it was a vitamin that didn't exist when G-Man brought it up.
Yeah, it was like it's arsenic is what he's bringing up. I think it's B17. B17. B17 vitamin. Yeah, B17. See the fan chat? B17 cured cancer, according to G-Man.
Yeah.
I remember it was like B17, and it's actually like, it's like arsenic or something stupid like that.
One cup of green beans provides...
Yeah, it'll cure cancer by killing you first. That's how it does
One cup of green beans provides 14.4 micrograms of vitamin K.
Vitamin K plays a key role in helping the blood... I'm looking... WebMD. I'm looking at something... I think there is a vitamin K. There is a vitamin K. Yeah. B17 is not a vitamin, though. But I don't think... What are the risks of taking vitamin K?
Yeah, I'm looking for risks related to this.
The only risk I see here is you should not use vitamin K supplements unless your healthcare provider tells you to. People using Coumadin for heart problems, clotting disorders, or other conditions may need to watch their diets closely to control the amount of vitamin. So, like, vitamin K can prevent you from, or can increase blood clotting. So I guess if you overdosed on it, you might get a blood clot. Maybe that's what Bob's saying, but I think we're giving him too much credit.
If you just ate a shit ton of green beans, that you could but like how much green beans would you have to eat? You'd probably
like
kill
your
yourself
body
from
weight.
overeating green beans, not the vitamin K.
Well, WebMD doesn't say anything about eating too much foods rich in vitamin K. It's saying like if you're taking a supplement.
Where it's like condensed like vitamin K.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like concentrated. They even say you should probably take a little bit daily.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to kill you.
Too much of anything can kill you, but
for.
that's what the people said there, right? Like, they were like, yeah, a little bit. He's like, you know what, though? You could eat pizza and hot dogs and never die like you die from green beans.
If you overload your body on vitamin K, you will develop blood clots that can and will kill a lot of people and have killed a lot of people.
It's full of facts, guys.
So if you want to be vegetarian and eat all that fucking vitamin K and kill yourself by way of blood clots, that's your business.
I would think only supplements where it's concentrated could cause something like that.
I just don't know you could eat enough green beans to...
Right. How much vitamin K is in a green bean? Let's take a look at that.
It was so
14.4 micrograms.
Was that in a green bean?
Yeah, in a serving of green beans.
So hardly anything.
Yeah, it's barely...
Because the article I just had up had a recommended daily dosage of vitamin K, and it was hundreds for adults, micrograms. So,
but I guarantee you, hamburgers.
Yeah, how many green beans? A plate of green beans aren't going to kill you, Bob. You'd have to eat an outrageous amount of green beans.
If you eat green beans 5 days a week for several years, you're going to kill yourself. That's like committing suicide.
No, it's not.
Maybe if the can's dented and you get
literally the only
botulism.
people that can withstand that much vitamin K are your top athletes, like football players, basketball players, people like that. because they need a lot of vitamin K to heal their body. So yes, it's natural for them to intake a mega load of vitamin K, and really, they only need to eat something like that at least 3 times a week.
Simone Biles, they can eat all the green beans they like.
Pat, I kind of think this is the most sober you've ever been on this show.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think I'm actually absorbing all this a lot more than when I'm normally just fucking off.
I'm sorry.
I'm actually like, wait, what the fuck? I come on here and they show me crazy shit. Half time I'm goofing off. I'm actually like, wow, these guys are teaching me some crazy, stupid shit.
Yep. Yeah, like normally you have your like mini bar behind you.
That's a good point.
You're drinking Jaeger.
Is that
I
a
think it's like
cryptid behind you? Is that
For a guy like me, I don't even need
I think he had to pee-pee. He's drinking Bud Light.
touching green beans.
I mean, come on, Bob. Let's be serious here, bro. Like, yeah, if you drink too much water, that'll kill your ass. But you're really going to say a hot dog is more healthier than a green bean, bro? Like, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Let me explain how I know this to you, bro. Because it's like this. I have one of 2 genes that come out of the Black Plague era, right?
He makes up all this weird medical shit about him. He claims he's immune to all viruses because of his pore size, is it? His pore size?
He's so poor.
Like he can't get COVID, he can't get HIV, he can't get anything. No viruses.
He said he went around sucking bug-riddled pee-pees to try and get a virus, and not once did he get one.
I like how he tried to do this like, how do y'all like sucking Ben's dick?
He said that cum catcher he calls a beard is a petri dish.
Don't you know about this?
And he hasn't caught anything.
Explain it to you on the quick end. So eventually in my life, I became a lot less active because I started truck driving, right?
Right.
So I developed blood clots in my lungs. I'm on the Guinness Book of World Record in the medical field for having the 2nd largest blood clot of anybody.
You know that's verifiably false, right? I mean, like
that,
people...
there's a record, clearly.
Right.
I'm going to Guinness Book World Records for 2nd largest blood clot.
Is there even a record for blood clot?
That would be a ridiculous record that they wouldn't want.
Yeah, that'd be like largest cancerous tumor or something. You know, like...
Yeah, they're not putting that. That's not what they want.
I love how he chose to be the 2nd largest, so it won't actually be in the record book.
Clots in the lungs.
In the lungs, too.
It's called pulmonary artery. And so what happened is...
Bob, how do you function? You are so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable. I want to see a reality show where we put like Bob and Jared Genesis and G-Man and some other like Shani and Rev, like some unbelievably stupid people.
That's like the planets aligning and like shit will explode or something.
I want like literally some of the dumbest motherfuckers. Like they're dumb. They're just dumb.
No, you don't want stupid in retrograde.
I want it all. I want them all together living together.
No.
Had 2 hours to live when I was in the hospital, and the doctor came running out 5 minutes after he told me that. And he told me he had an experimental treatment that had never been done out of Europe before. And I said, let's do it. Signed off paperwork, picked him as my doctor, signed off on that. Because he was not registered as a Christian, right? He didn't have a religion.
Registered as a Christian?
Yeah,
what?
He wasn't registered as a Christian. I saw his papers. Like, he was registered as a sex offender.
It's like a firearm or something. Your religion, you have to register your religion. No, that doesn't happen. You don't register your religion.
Your papers, please. Your papers.
Yeah.
He's going to church now, by the way, after my survival, believe it or not. And he got an honorary...
I don't believe it.
I'm going to lean towards not.
I don't believe it. You told us you were 6'2", originally, we find out you're 5'5". Like, you're really short even compared to me.
You were a janitor and you walked in on Howard Stern doing gay sex.
Imperialism scales, man. I'm on mechanism scale.
You
don't even understand.
He told us the first time that he was like 6'2", and then I think again he kind of walked it back. He was like 5'10", but he's 5'5". He got arrested and there was a police report.
Going from 6'2" to 5'10" is not walking it back. That's a leap.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm 6'2". Like, say a number, like, you can fudge it by a couple inches and no one's gonna like question it. But when you're that far off,
Well, but it turned out he was 5'5". He's very short for a man.
His police report says he's 5'5", but once he's able to stand atop the mountain of lies he produces,
he'll be the tallest man on earth.
6'2".
yeah, he'll be dunking on Shaquille before you know it.
Yeah.
No, he's Robert Wadlow with all those lies.
Doctorate degree, which he was working on anyway, but he was already a cardiac specialist, a heart specialist. And come to find out, my body saves up 1,000 times the amount of vitamin K as a normal person as a result of me having this advanced gene. But as a result of me having this gene, I cannot catch any kind of virus.
Yeah, that's what he says.
He has an advanced gene.
You'd be in a lab somewhere and they'd be studying you and trying to figure out how to reproduce that for everybody else if that was true. But I'll be honest with you, he's missing a chromosome. Okay? That's the difference.
He is.
Or I got an extra chromosome. I don't remember what
You want to talk to him? I'll call him right now.
No, please don't call him again.
No.
Sometimes
it turns into a 4-hour show.
Sometimes, like late at night when I'm not even on the show and I got a bunch of people in the Discord, I'll randomly call him, and he hates those calls because there's like 20 people in there all like ragging on him, but he'll still sit there and talk the whole time. That's why the last time he was
Last
mad.
time when we called him, he wasn't drunk. He was lucid, and he was just kind of jovial little guy. But then I watched this. I'm like, that's not who we talked to.
Yeah, he was on weed then. He's a chill guy when he's on weed.
Yeah, just smoke weed, everybody.
Smoke weed every day.
Trumpster Bob.
Here's our buddy Spexo, the Nick Fuentes simp, talking about something.
I love this guy.
He's very upset about something.
Oh no.
Blue's Clues released this thing, I guess for Pride Month, where Asian Steve is talking to this little girl, and the little girl is holding up this picture that she drew that's supposedly
Spexo says he'll only debate he'll only debate people who are at least as attractive as he is.
So can I debate him?
Is his name? Wait, did he just say that the new guy in Blue's Clues is Asian Steve?
I think he's saying the guy's Asian and the original guy's name was Steve, right?
Yeah, you know how like you always like the person in the band that was there when you were a kid and they got replaced later on? So like he's gonna hold on to Steve because Steve was like his Blue's Clues.
Celebrating all the different pride flags, from trans pride to non-binary to all the make-believe mental illnesses that there are.
Because people in the LGBTQ plus community
Make-believe mental illness.
who used to be treated unfairly.
Spexo is so lucky that he had something else to do on January 6th. Because he was at a lot of those things with Nick Fuentes, and I guarantee you he would have went into the Capitol.
Isn't Catholicism kind of like a make-believe mental illness too, though? Like,
I mean, if you hold that belief, I'm not saying you're wrong. Then all religion is, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Now they can be themselves openly and proudly. Look, I made
I don't know if it's a mental illness, but it's definitely like a collective.
Well, there's more tangible existence of homosexuality than there is of religion, right?
I will say a lot of, I would say that a lot of people who are like really out there are religious, like the Tilas of the world and that kind of stuff. They like make themselves the cornerstone of their own religion, like involving them. Like
it's weird. Yeah, I've seen that where they all of a sudden they're in part of their own religion, but it's Christianity, but it's not. And they somehow shoehorn themselves into their own shit.
And I'll say Gail's one of them too, but she's a sweet lady and we all love her a lot.
flag decoration. These flags represent different parts of the LGBTQ plus community.
And I was watching this with like my jaw to the floor because nothing really shocks me anymore. And it's not that it really shocked me, but it was just, I guess, unexpected. And it like hurt my soul that like this is literal child abuse and people are celebrating this. They are brainwashing children because you have this little girl that's probably like 6 or 7 years old and she's regurgitating these leftist political talking points and obviously has...
Like your kids, when they get old enough to talk, won't regurgitate your bullshit talking points?
I hope they don't.
I hope they don't, but the likelihood is they will, right?
Maybe.
I mean, the mom is in on it now too, right? And I love how he was like, the way, I guess his wife is from Brazil, and the way he tried to rationalize how she was still white and American is hilarious. And she's like trying to say she was.
I played way too much Street Fighter. Everyone from Brazil has orange hair and they're green and shoot laser or lightning out of their.
Yep.
That's all I know.
If his wife's Blanca, I immediately like him better.
In reality, Brazil is a highly integrated culture and African.
It's a melting pot.
There's a lot of African and indigenous and all types of European in there.
Was there a female Blanca character at some point?
Idea what she is saying, and there's just something wrong with like using children
is pretty
to
expansive.
propagate political agendas. In my opinion, like no matter what side you're on, like even that like little girl who like dresses like AOC and her dad gives her like a script and she like spouts off boomer tier conservative talking points. I think there's something a little wrong with that as well. But this especially, where you're using a child to promote pride in sin, in sodomy, in human mutilation and castration.
That's all I needed to hear. There we go. I was waiting for the bigotry to show up. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm sure that the little girl is repeating what she's been taught. Maybe she doesn't 100% grasp what that means in his world of what that reality is, but she isn't saying anything horrible. She's not saying anything mean. She's just being inclusive. And all of a sudden, I was like waiting for her. I was like, he's got to give us something good. Like, oh, there it is, the sin part. That's right.
Validating people's mental illnesses. That is evil. And everybody involved with this, from the producers, from the parents of that little girl.
His mental illness is evil.
Roger Wilco in the chat disturbed me. He said She-Ra banged He-Man. That did not happen. They are brother and sister, by the way.
Doesn't mean it couldn't happen.
And in the newest incarnation of She-Ra, she is actually a lesbian. And got together with Catra. There was a Catra in the original She-Ra, which looks nothing like.
Maybe she became a lesbian because she banged her hot brother and realized
that never happened.
No other
Who
man
allowed her to do this, from Asian Steve. All of these people should be in jail. It is absolutely disgusting.
Why?
And
What? I don't care. Okay, if you think it's a sin, but now you think it's against the law too?
Yeah.
Or the people that are feeding her this bullshit propaganda wokeness,
look,
they should be in jail.
I'm all for religious freedom and imprisoning people who want to have sex with each other.
Fact that this type of stuff just is completely allowed and nobody is doing anything about this shows yet again that the idea that we can just wait for things to just get as bad as possible and then all of a sudden there's going to be this mass awakening is never going to happen. How much worse do things need to get? As soon as abortion was legalized...
They have to get so bad that Christ comes back and handles it himself. Until then, back the fuck off.
That should have been the light bulb click that went off in everybody's head that said, oh, okay, we need to take over this government because it is satanic. But, of course, that didn't happen. And obviously I'm not advocating for that because I'm not allowed to.
Okay.
So you are advocating for it.
Oh, my God. You guys should see the ads that are running on the channel right now. It's like, who wants to date young Asian ladies? Like, what? Why are we getting these ads
I'm
now?
glad we watched the
Why
Chang,
is this coming up right now?
We watched that Chang girl talk about the sexualization of Asian women, the fetishization of Asian women.
What is
and now
happening right
YouTube's
now?
slanging fetishization Asian ads.
This is the YouTube ad. That's like I refreshed my
now
my
it's
browser.
like, hey, take a 2-minute quiz.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
Take a 2-minute quiz. I only need 34 seconds.
If the quiz is on math, I can't do it. That's why I need an Asian woman.
Stereotypes
so like
are fun.
It's weird because we could talk like if we were like, hey, let's date some Asian ladies, we'd probably get demonetized for that, but YouTube will run ads about
That's fine.
Yeah,
let us do the shit.
Yeah. Here's Nick Fuentes talking about how we should ban pornography.
I think the visual was epic. Coomer Killer says, I thought I'd live up to my name and share the best source I've come across to quit pornography. It's called The Easy Peasy Way to Quit Porn, available at Easy.
Look, everybody, if the pornography I like is illegal, the pornography you like should be illegal too.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Yeah.
EasyMethod.org.
You're implying a lot.
Also available in audio format. Hope it can help people that are struggling. Stay awesome, Kings, and God bless you, Nick. Well, thanks a lot. Very important issue. Very, very important issue. People don't like to talk about it because it's kind of like it's bedroom talk. It's dirty bedroom talk. But one of the...
Is he a virgin, do you think?
With girls, maybe.
You think him and Catboy did some stuff?
Yeah.
You think he'd been penetrated?
I think he
I'm
probably...
so distracted by the fact that he decided to put a green LaCroix on his desk.
Oh, I'm frozen.
With his green screen.
The biggest problems in this...
Who knows? I don't know if Nick even wants to have sex. I think he realized he was never going to have a human connection. And ever since then, he's just been like, whatever. I'm going to sit in this suit and pretend I'm a ventriloquist dummy.
Society is the ubiquitous pornography. It's everywhere. Everywhere. And it's becoming...
I mean, I detest the man. Calling him a man is kind of a stretch, but I detest him.
That little
but
boy.
In his little circle, he's got money and fame and influence. He could find the woman or man of his dreams easily.
Yeah. Maybe he has that.
I don't think he does. I don't think it'd be easy to keep that a secret.
Massive industry, people making it, people consuming it. It's unavoidable.
I think he's
it's hard.
probably a closet, like a heavy in the closet, right? Like that's what I think. I think he's not looking for a woman because he's trying to actively not be with a man in his mind.
Isn't that the goal? Isn't that the Mario way? Is that like you're gay, but you decide to just dive into like, oh, the reason I haven't had sex is because
I'm saving myself for the Lord.
I'm saving myself for the Lord, but it's like in really what you want to just bang dudes. Like that's the
I mean, the thing with him in Lolly Socks, Catboy Cammy, he didn't just look happy. He looked like he was like that feeling you get when you're having a good date with someone and there's chemistry and you're like, wow, this could go somewhere.
He looked to be he looked to be at the most in place he's ever been in his life.
Hardcore, it's softcore, it's everywhere.
Catboy Cammy has all the same views. And is kind of, I mean, like if you just take him for looks, he's like a nice looking guy.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
Catboy Cammy is a stud.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But just looks like he was a nice looking guy.
It is destroying the moral fabric of the country. It's destroying everything about the country.
I got him to agree to come on the show at one point. I was all drunk and DM'd him and he like DM'd me back and he was like, yeah, I'll come on. And then the whole thing with the, was it Omegle?
Yeah.
And the little black kid where he like that. I feel so bad. The look on that little kid's face.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Pat? He was okay. So Catboy Cammy, the cat boy, that he's an Australian guy that Nick Fuentes hung out with. He was on Omegle with blackface on, like doing random shit, getting reactions, and then all of a sudden, this like 7-year-old little black kid popped on Omegle. Which, by the way, his parents probably should not let that little boy on Omegle, but that's another story. But you could see, like, the look on this kid's face, like, oh, my God, I can't believe I'm actually seeing this. Like, a white person. Yeah, like, it was awful. It was really bad.
You're destroying... I mean, how are you supposed to have healthy marriages? How are you supposed to have sexual morality? How are you supposed to have men and women getting together when all the girls are making OnlyFans content and all the guys are jerking off to it? That's not healthy. It's
all of them.
That's not healthy.
You?
Never been like that. People always hand wave it away.
I wonder if Nick Fuentes is an Onision OnlyFans subscriber.
It's never been like that. He says. We've always had undesirables going into the porn market. Just right now, we're giving the earning power directly to the women. This is the best form of porn we've probably had since its existence.
Wait, and they go, oh, come on, everybody jerks off or something like that. It's like, maybe so. But has it always been the case that in the pop?
There's been so many times, because we've made fun of Nick so many times, I've had people DM me and they're like, "Oh, well, how about we get Nick on your show and you'll debate him?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay." I've asked him so many times and he blocked me. And they're like, "Oh, no, you're just afraid of him. I'll go get him and he'll challenge you to a debate." I'm like, "All right, I'm waiting." And then I never hear anything back ever about it.
Nick, I'm the superior alpha male.
Well, like,
Chad.
what are you going to debate about? Like,
there's no, I mean, debate, like, you know.
This is what we're going to debate about.
Really, because like arguing against a crazy person in turn makes you look crazy, because there's no point giving that person.
Oh, we were just going to goof on him.
I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna turn the charm up. I'm gonna make Nick super comfortable. I'm gonna make him love me, and then I'm gonna break his heart live on camera.
I don't want to wait.
Of your hand, they give smartphones to 5-year-olds.
I'm gonna have Garbage Island 2.0, and he's gonna get so mad and hurt and block.
In the
me.
palm of your hand, you can access.
Billy, I was very offended.
Yeah, they can access porn. That's fine. But accessing your bullshit, Nick, is another problem. Like,
Billy,
they just teach them how to be a horrible person.
Offended that you do not want my ethno state in America. You want it on.
Can you imagine?
Garbage Island.
Can you imagine trading in porn for this like hate content?
That's my best impersonation of Jeff Holiday doing JF.
I thought it was actually
I was like,
JF.
your impression was like trying to impersonate Jeff Holiday, trying to impersonate.
That's what it was.
I thought it was actually him.
Yeah.
It was a lot better.
I thought both of them were sitting in your chair.
You know, excusez-moi. I never heard JF say that, but when Jeff does it, he does that, and it's great. I love it.
For a
That's
second,
like when Dana Carvey would do George Bush Sr., and he would go like,
"Wouldn't
be prudent. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture." And it's like George Bush Sr. never said that, but it just sounded so George Bushian.
Actually, there was a point where Dana Carvey was doing the Bush character, and this was probably planned, but all of a sudden the real George Bush was like live from the White House being like, "Doesn't sound like me." Like, George Bush was doing Dana Carvey doing George Bush, and he started doing the thing.
He
it was
leaned
pretty
in
funny.
on it. It was really great.
George Bush won, not George Bush 2, by the way, people.
Yeah, George Bush won.
George Bush, the smarter, more respectable of the two.
The guy that basically ran America from the CIA. One term, but he literally ran America from the early 70s until into 9/11.
Yeah, I mean, Reagan had the power of the pen, but George Bush Sr. was...
He was the CIA.
He was like the Dick... Well, he had to give that up, but yes.
Well, he had to give that up.
Yeah, as vice president.
He had to give that up.
Yeah. You got to do that.
It was... He was like...
It's like Dick Cheney didn't give up Halliburton. He didn't own a bunch of Halliburton stock.
Yeah.
It was controlling who was making money in Iraq and Afghanistan. Right?
Yeah. That was a long con.
That was... You ever seen Phil Donahue arguing with Bill O'Reilly during the Iraq War?
I probably have.
He said only two things have doubled since these wars started: the amount of dead soldiers and the price of Halliburton stock.
Yeah, I should have invested.
Bill O'Reilly could not. Bill O'Reilly would normally bully people. He could not bully Phil Donahue.
Nobody could bully
I miss
Donahue.
that dude. He was great. He got fired from MSNBC for not supporting the war. Him and Jesse Ventura both got fired because they were the two main hosts on there, and they didn't support the war. And at that point, the news down from every network
that's the other thing. Wasn't Ventura? Wasn't he a military at one point? Like
he was a Navy SEAL.
That's what I'm saying. Like so for him not to support the war, then like there's something there.
I mean, of all high-profile people, I would prefer to have him as president than anyone else I can even think of.
He wouldn't even take it if you gave it to him.
He's thought about it, but yeah, I don't think he wants it, and he's pretty old now, but our presidents keep getting older and older, so who knows? I don't think he wants to deal with it because he didn't like what he dealt with when he was governor, so I don't think he wants that. But, yeah, I mean, Jesse Ventura had a show. They gave him a show on MSNBC and fired him, but let him keep his contract, so he couldn't go on any other news shows. And he had to keep his mouth shut on all of his opinions, unless he'd lose his pay. So they basically bought his silence
Nice.
for that period of time. And the same with Donahue. All of the networks, whether like now we look at certain networks, they're more liberal, they're more conservative. All of them were pushing for the war because they knew all of the footage from the war would equal ratings on these networks. So they wanted that shit. And when the war started, they could drum up support and pretend to be against it from day one while it's going on with the back. They're still showing all the footage, like glorifying the footage, but then they can talk shit about it. You remember the beautiful weapons thing? The beauty of our weapons? Oh, I can't remember who said that. It's like, it's so telling of our weapons. The beauty of our weapons.
Roger Wilco said Jerry Springer should run for mayor or something.
He was mayor of Cincinnati.
Jerry Springer was mayor of Cincinnati in the 80s.
He got in trouble for what? Writing a
check to a hooker.
It was Brian Williams on MSNBC. Guided by the beauty of our weapons.
Guided by
this
the
was
beauty
recent
of our
too.
weapons.
This was like 4 years ago.
That is poetry.
I think I have it right here. Here it is.
Go into greater detail. We see these beautiful pictures at night from the decks of these two U.S. Navy vessels in the Eastern Mediterranean. I am tempted to quote the great Leonard Cohen, "I'm guided by the beauty of our weapons." And they are beautiful pictures of fearsome armaments making what is for them a brief flight over this airfield. What did they hit? What are you?
This is a Syrian missile strike by Trump at the beginning of.
Stay true through the night.
Convinced.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
And this is
weapons.
MSNBC, which is considered to be the more liberal network.
Yeah. They're all the same.
You know, Michael Savage was a host on MSNBC in its infancy. If you know who Michael Savage is, he's a very right-wing conservative radio talk show host. Normally,
wasn't he the guy from Mythbusters?
No, he's like a very right-wing conservative talk radio host. He's usually on like later at night, like after Rush is gone now. Rush and Sean Hannity and all them. He'd be on at the end of the night, and he had a show, and he got fired because some guy that called him said they were gay, and he was like, "Get AIDS and die," and that's when he got fired from MSNBC.
You get that a lot. That was like one of the first critiques Fane and I got on our Poison the Well channel was just that it was like, why don't you two faggots or moron faggots butt bang AIDS in each other's asses and die already? I was like, well, that'll happen.
Who's going to be the carrier that, like, who gets it first? Or do you guys is it like rubbing two sticks together and a fire will start?
Look, if you're gay, you create AIDS in each other's asses. That's how it works. That's just science. Google it.
I'm not
Please
much of a
Google it.
science man, but I do believe God created AIDS to solve a problem.
Monkeys.
He wanted to end Magic Johnson's basketball career.
I think he kept playing even for a little while.
Yeah, but he would have gone another 20 years if not.
If he would have been like a boxer, they wouldn't have let him keep going. But since basketball is not a full contact sport, I think it's a little more lenient if you have a bloodborne illness like that, even like hepatitis or something like that.
The skies today are very unfriendly, and I know why.
These are early days of MSNBC.
John Madden chooses a bus over an airline seat. So until the next time on Unsavage Airways, this is Michael Savage. Let's go to a caller. If you have an airline horror story, give me a ring right here on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Oh my
Did you
God!
have a worst
Every '80s comedian has an airline story.
What is the deal?
case in this one?
Hey, Michael Savage. Pleasure to speak with you today.
Yeah.
I was flying out of LaGuardia.
Yeah.
And there's two undercover security guards.
Yeah.
Somebody was smoking in the bathroom.
Someone was smoking in the bathroom.
Unbelievable.
Okay. What happened?
Half hour into the flight, I need to suggest that Don and Mike take your because your teeth are real bad.
All right. So you're one of those sodomites.
Yeah.
Are you a sodomite?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you're one of the sodomites. You should only get AIDS and die, you pig. How's that? Why don't you see if you can...
Not even his
Andrew, Andrew Dice Clay was off camera, like, take
Sue
it
me,
back.
you pig.
Hey.
You got nothing better than to put me down, you piece of garbage? You got nothing to do today? Go eat a sausage and choke on it.
A sausage.
Get trichinosis.
This guy, he goes by the name Michael Savage, but his real name is Michael Wiener. Yeah, literally. It is Michael Wiener. And back in the day, he has a PhD, but it's in like natural medicine or whatever. So he used to write books about like herbal healing and shit. But now all this shit's like, you know, pretty far right wing propaganda.
Did you ever watch Wienerville on Nickelodeon back in the day?
No.
It was like this guy named Mark Wiener, and he had a bunch of puppets.
Oh, you're right. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, I do.
That's a common Jewish name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another nice caller here who's busy because he didn't have a nice night in the bathhouse.
Here's another thing. This guy's son created Monster Energy drink.
That makes sense.
Yep. This guy's son is the creator. I don't know if he owns it anymore, but for a long time, he was the owner of Monster Energy drink.
I could see Monster Energy drink coming from a wiener.
Is angry at me today? Huh? Get me another one. Put another sodomite on. No more calls? I don't care. Let's go to the next scene. I don't care about these bums. They mean nothing to me. They're all sausages. Next scene. On to the next scene on the Savage Nation.
A sausage versus a wiener. Could you imagine having a name like Wiener and choosing the name Savage?
Well, there was Michael Wiener who got in trouble for showing his wiener.
I thought Anthony Wiener did.
Oh, no. You're right. You're right. It was Anthony Wiener.
Yeah, he's trying to sell his dick pic as an NFT.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a registered sex offender.
That's hilarious.
Well, yeah, he got busted, came back, and then got busted for doing it again. It was like he couldn't stop showing his dick. I was like, oh.
Something tells me, okay? Something tells me. If you can't stop showing your dick.
Oh, you know what? I think I was
should
wrong
have it
about
removed.
It's not Monster. I think it's Rockstar. Yeah, I think it's Rockstar.
A Rockstar, son made Rockstar?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's Rockstar energy drink, I
Sean
believe.
in the chat says that. Yeah, he said.
Yep.
Damn it. Damn it.
I was wrong.
Now I feel like I owe Monster Energy an apology.
Yep. Yeah, I just looked
This is
it up.
part one of my
It's-
3-part apology, Monster.
It's
Yeah.
Monster Energy drink. It says here, founded in 2001 by Russ Wiener, son of the conservative talk show host Michael Savage, who is Michael Wiener. There's Michael Wiener.
Hello. Your sausages.
Yeah. God, he's old as fuck now.
Why is his name Wiener and his show was syndicated by Cumulus Media?
Cumulus. That's the biggest radio conglomerate Clear
There's two
Channel.
big ones.
Clear
There's
Channel.
Cumulus and Clear Channel.
Yep.
Those
Yeah.
are the two big ones.
Be right back.
All I see is Cumulus and Westwood.
Look, you see what you want to see, my man.
You know I do. You know goddamn well I do.
Daddy likes his cummies.
Daddy's cummies are all I seek. When I taste Daddy's cummies, my knees get weak. It's not true, guys. None of that's true.
And he went to Queens College? Come on.
Come on. He's making this up. So this is CIA
This is all
wrote
make
this.
up. This is not all real, right?
Yeah, this guy's Wikipedia page is a freaking Goosebump novel. R.L. Stein wrote this shit. I don't agree with. It's not real. It's not real. He went to the University of Hawaii. That fucky lucker.
And then he got his PhD at Berkeley. He would.
Yeah. He characterized his views as conservative nationalism, while critics have characterized them as fostering extremism. He supports the English-only movement and argues that liberalism and progressivism are degrading American culture. Although his
Boring
radio-
it would be if everyone spoke English. Ugh.
Look, most people that speak English don't even do it well. So if you
we
want,
don't do it goodly at all.
yeah, if you want it to be English
I don't
only,
need to know what the Mexican guy saying behind me in line is actually thinking about me, because I'm convinced he's talking about me.
yeah, I know so many people that are not American born that speak English way better than so many American born people I know. It's embarrassing. I'll start the English only movement when 90% of Americans can speak it properly. Then expect everybody else to as well.
I do like his Michael Savage's photo is like got the quizzical eyebrow. Like that's his Tinder profile right there. It's like, yeah.
I feel like
Grindr. His Grindr profile.
This is Brian Cox. You know that actor Brian Cox?
Yes, he would be played by Brian Cox.
Yeah, a guy whose real name is Wiener, changed it to Savage, would be played by Brian Cox. We're casting the Lifetime movie about Rockstar Energy drink.
He's the Macho Man Wiener Savage.
Yeah. Macho Man's name?
Randy Poffo.
Randy Poffo.
Yeah. Randall Poffo.
Randall Poffo. You can be a
The greatest
Poffo.
wrestler ever.
You can be a Poffo and be a savage. You can't be a wiener and be a savage, can you? Can you? Call him Michael Sandwich.
Michael Sandwich.
Because a hot dog is an open-faced sandwich, basically. Somewhat of a folded.
I hate those arguments. I can't stand that. A taco is a sandwich too, right? It's flatbread.
Is it flatbread?
Yeah.
It's crunchy.
Not all time. Well, that's a sandwich too.
A wrap is a sandwich?
A wrap is not
it's
a
a wrap.
sandwich.
I don't know.
Oh, the debate's kicking off.
You know
again.
what?
There
You know
there
what?
it is.
If you go to Australia and New Zealand, they call chicken sandwiches burgers. Chicken burgers.
Well, originally we called them burgers in America, and
Yeah.
then when Chick-fil-A was like, it's the chicken sandwich, and then everyone's like, we gotta call them sandwiches now.
At Wendy's, they always called them chicken sandwiches.
I remember them
too.
being chicken burgers back in the day when they would introduce them.
Well, yeah, it
like-
used to be called chicken burgers over here as well,
I
but
remember
then
that.
they all switched to sandwiches later.
Get AIDS
But if
and
I open
die,
if
both
I
of
open a
you.
restaurant and had a chicken sandwich, I was like, I'd go ahead and just call it the chicken burger and move on.
I hate you guys. I hate the chicken burger thing.
I love it. I'm back in.
Is lasagna
Get AIDS and die.
Is lasagna like a cake?
What is it?
Is lasagna a cake?
A layer cake.
Yeah, I mean pizza's a pie, right?
Yeah.
I always hated that dessert pizza they'd have at the Pizza Hut buffet.
You hated that?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Why?
Because I'm not fat.
Oh my God.
That's what makes Billy who he is today.
Yeah. Some pizza places used to send it
I
like a
hated that
giant
shit.
chocolate chip cookie on a plate.
If I
as their
wanted
dessert.
that shit, I'd get like a normal pie. I wanted pizza.
Yeah, but they want to give you the whole package for a price
I
point.
hate that buffet. It wasn't that great.
No,
Everyone would
buffets
grab
are
the
not
good
that
ones.
great.
Like you could see the popular pizzas, and instead of putting out like doubles of that, they'd keep like the pizzas that no one wanted, and it'd get old and throw them away.
I gotta tell you the spot. Go to Chuck E. Cheese during the day when all the kids are in school. They have $5.99 pizza buffet.
Chuck E. Cheese.
It's an oasis.
Yeah. There's one in Bellevue.
It's
that
good
I've seen.
pizza.
Yeah, you know what? I remember being surprised with Chuck E. Cheese, but I'll tell you what, we had like locally where I grew up, we had our own pizza arcade. It was in like Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan. It was called Major Magics. And their pizza is some of the best I've ever had in my life. I was like in love with it. And maybe my memory is just colored by happy memories. You know what I mean? Like it was a giant arcade. My parents give me a shit
That
ton
was the
of
same
tokens.
way, like Showbiz Pizza was for me. It was Showbiz Pizza was like the best place ever.
That was bought out by Chuck E. Cheese eventually.
Yeah. Right.
Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese was a character in the Showbiz Pizza animatronic figures. Yeah.
Rocket Fire Explosion is a better band.
At mine they had it was called Major Magics. They had these two giant bears that would play banjos.
Were they the Country Bears?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the Country Bears, the Rockfire Explosion, was that what it's called? And then the Chuck E.
that
Cheese.
was, Showbiz was
Yeah,
Rocket Fire.
and then
Let me
Chuck E.
see,
Cheese had his little tooties. Now, Cece's Pizza Buffet sucks. That's trash.
Yeah, I've never felt good when I left there.
Yeah, Cece's Pizza is just where poor people go to entertain their kids, right?
Oh, dude,
I wouldn't take my
I
kid
love this is like the stuff of nightmares now. I love it because it looked cool to me when I was a little kid. There's Major Magic. That's Major Magic. Here's like they had this band where
Look,
like the
that is
instruments
terrifying.
were playing
That is
themselves.
a fever dream.
Here's the Country Bears right here.
I still want to open an adult's version of one of these places with animatronic strippers. That'd be so dope.
There was someone that bought a bunch of the old animatronics from
Yeah.
Showbiz Pizza was closing down, and he put it in his basement bar and just plays music like through
Yeah,
the
he
speakers.
programmed them.
He programmed them to play.
He doesn't just play the music. He programmed them to play like the hits.
So they all look like they're playing the hits.
It's so
It's
cool.
crazy.
It's so cool.
Here's something that kind of blew my mind, though. The designer of these animatronic figures was what was it? What was his name? Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Keep talking. I want to look this up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sorry. Got ahead of my brain.
Oh, there's a Showbiz Pizza burger or bear down there in the corner.
A little
Showbiz Pizza was cool. I remember seeing the
Showbiz Pizza was like that place that
commercials.
when I was a kid, when they didn't, if you had a birthday party and you didn't have it at Showbiz, you're poor and like no one's wanting to go. It was horrible.
That's
And
the
it was
worst part. At some point, you realize how absolutely horrible of a place it is to have a birthday party. But for a while in your life, you're like, no, this is the coolest place.
That's the only place to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. The designer, his name was Machine Gun Thompson. He was like a punk drummer from Detroit. I think he might have been in the MC5. I think he was the drummer for the MC5.
Kick out the jams,
motherfucker. Yeah, he designed these not Chuck E. Cheese, but Major Magic's animatronic figures. Yeah.
That is terrifying, though. Now that I look at it, I'm like,
yeah.
One thing about like those Chuck E. Cheese and stuff is like they serve beer. I'm like, no, if I got drunk enough, I'd punch one of those animatronics. There's no way I would just sit there and get hammered at the kids.
Look at the crazy I don't know, pipe organ that would play itself.
Is that a dancing drum or is that a stack of bologna holding marshmallows?
It looks like a stack of bologna that beats himself up.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, I'm right, the bologna pony. Nice.
You know
I think
what?
there might be
Anytime I look back at stuff that was popular in the 80s, I go, what the fuck were we thinking?
And this is why kids have nightmares.
I don't think I can play like they.
Yeah, I was like, you can't get that.
They would play popular music, and the animatronics would be like singing it.
I still don't understand why furries don't have like orgies where they get to bang these animatronic things. Like
Elmos.
Yeah, wouldn't that be like a really cool experience? You pay like $2,000 to come in and just go to town on a country bear.
Come in.
Yeah, yeah, it's like Disneyland for pervs.
I think all these places closed, but they still exist. They're like the buildings are just closed, so it's probably creepy as fuck in there. There's probably giant
It's a
spider
Five
webs.
Nights at Freddy's kind of a situation.
Yeah,
I'm gonna open up like a Willy Wonka's fuck shack where it's just a fantasy of things you can stick your penis in, and or ride with your vajayjay. I'm not trying to turn away business.
Equal opportunists.
Yeah, I'm trying to make all the money. Like if you want to come in and back up your little fudge machine, I'll wipe it up afterwards. I don't care. Let's make this. Let's make this happen. I'll even walk around like Willy Wonka singing creepy songs, have the wall that tastes like snozberries. Everybody just busts nuts on it. Like, it tastes like snozberries. Like, let's come, dude. Like, whatever, we're freaks. Okay? Lick the cum wall. Oh, my God. When I used to go to the Lusty Lady, there were window lickers all the time.
Ugh.
So gross. Someone would always bust a freshie on the window, and then someone would come in and lick
why
it up.
on the window?
It's because, there were two types of
Cum
windows.
leaks streaks if you don't clean it immediately.
Yeah, there were people there that had to go mop. I got kicked out of there one day because I was talking shit, and the mopper was on the other side
Did
of
he
the
get
window.
closed by the cops?
No, they thought they were going to be able to sell the property, but they didn't realize how much foundation damage was underneath there. It's still sitting 11 years later.
This is more Major Magic shit.
So many people would pay good money to bang that
God, that's a
dog.
nightmare.
Yeah, it's like a fox woman playing guitar.
Yeah.
I don't even think this place is still open. I think this person may own the building or something, and they're just filming it. I
Yeah.
don't know what else.
I was about to say this doesn't look like
It
this
is
is a
so
live
creepy.
show.
I remember seeing this when I was a kid. See how it has a Detroit Tiger shirt on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it a lion?
Yeah. It's not even a tiger. Fucking ridiculous, man.
And the crazy thing is he plays for the Chicago Bears.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's the Patreon goal where we can start our own pizza restaurant like this and have like animatronic Trumpster Bobs and Cool Cat? Like
that'd be so.
You could
funny.
just pay Trumpster Bob. You wouldn't need an animatronic.
Oh,
You
it
just have Bob there.
It would be like Johnny Depp when he played Geronimo. Was it Geronimo? Or-
Tonto.
Tonto, yeah, when he played
Tonto,
Tonto.
yeah, he played Tonto.
And he was sitting there all old and decrepit in the freaking
I think
tchotchke shop.
Geronimo was actually a real person. Tonto was a fictional character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a mistake and I apologize.
No, that's fine. I was just
not
like,
to you, not to you.
No, to me.
I'm apologizing to the
To
people
me.
who are offended because I trivialized the existence of Geronimo.
Disgusting.
I know. I should be canceled. Shoot me out of a cannon, guys. It's my fetish, guys. I want to be shot out of a cannon, guys. I'm into that sort of thing, guys.
He's changed his approach.
The persecution
Up
begins.
in Canada, Pastor Tim Stevens of Fairview Baptist Church was arrested in front of his young children and taken away in handcuffs.
Why?
His crime?
Did he start with I think?
I thought he said up in Canada.
Hold on, though. Did he say I think? So, like, everything he says after this is bullshit. Listen.
Up in Canada,
my bad.
Pastor Tim
He says it
Stevens
weird,
of
though, yeah.
Fairview Baptist Church was arrested in front of his young children and taken away in handcuffs. His crime? Holding an illegal church service in violation of COVID-19 crackdown rules.
Okay.
The
Don't
police
do
had
that.
already seized the church building and arrested Pastor Tim because he refused to limit the worship service to 15% of the fire code limit.
Okay.
So Pastor Tim did what any Christian leader would do. He organized an outside service, and police arrested him again for not having face coverings or social distancing.
Yeah.
Pastor Tim says he's not trying to be rebellious.
Why are you trying to kill off your own religion?
He's a
Why
martyr.
do you advocate for, like, your...
Yeah, why would you want to thin your herd?
Look, Christians are notorious for believing in something invisible, but they're not going to believe in COVID, okay?
That's because it is visible under a microscope.
God's visible under a microscope. Well, at least his penis is.
In your heart.
He
Listen to
simply
your heart.
does not recognize the state's authority to intrude into church affairs.
Yeah.
I've been warning for years that the storm clouds of persecution are forming over America, and now the storm is beginning. Evil agendas cannot survive where faith in God is strong, and that is exactly why the left are hell-bent on silencing the Christian message and destroying anyone who dares to publicly proclaim the Christian faith. The COVID-19 virus was exactly what the enemies of God were waiting for as an excuse to come against Christian leaders and churches.
I love coming
And the
against
time-
Christian leaders.
You're connecting some crazy dots right there.
Yeah, well, that's what he does.
It's Wild Bill.
That's Wild Bill.
Nope.
He plays a wicked game of connect the dots.
I remember when Faye and I, when we first started our channel and we were doing exclusively atheist videos, we kept looking at him. I'm sitting there going, I don't know what's funny about this guy that we can
He's not.
get on the other, like we can't get to the other side of him. Like normally we try to be like crazier than the person that we were doing a video about. And I was like, I don't know how far crazy I can get for it to still make sense because he's so far out on the crazy edge. I can't get there.
The
mentally.
first time I ever commented on Wild Bill on this show, it was very entertaining, and ever since it's just been downhill. There's a reason I hate Wild Bill. There's a reason I hate Von Helton. I just feel like it's never going to be as good as like the first time, you know.
Wild Bill delivered. Actually, the other night on tap, I found some really his new format. He's more aggressive now. There was some seriously racist Wild Bill shit. It was crazy. Like how basically white people deserve reparations.
Poor people deserve reparations.
He's saying
pay less taxes. That should be our reparations.
I love this one right here. It's the perfect storm. And just because we were mentioning Wild Bill and his other past content, I love this. Trumpster Bob called Wild Bill, and he answered.
Hello.
Hey, is this Wild Bill for America?
Yes, it is.
Hey, it's Trumpster Bob. How you doing today?
Doing good. What's up?
Well, have you been awake for a while?
No, I just now woke up.
Well, whenever you're ready, I'd like to have you on my show.
Okay. What time is your show?
I don't have any certain time. I'm a retired guy. I just do a show whenever the hell I feel like it. Might be 2:30 in the morning. Might be in the morning. It might be.
Yeah, so we've already watched it, so.
Yeah. Wow. That is.
It gets
I like
crazy.
when two crazy slam heads together.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy.
You want to touch dicks, Wild Bill?
He accuses Wild Bill of being born in England or something. It's very strange.
There's nothing better than when I see two people that you'd think would be aligned on the same line of silliness hate each other and accuse each other of other silly shit. Like when I first when Faye and I, when we first started doing our videos on YouTube, I figured, okay, the atheists, we hang out over here, we tell atheist jokes and stories and do videos. And then I realized there was just all this hatred amongst other atheists. And I was like, wait, aren't we all on the same team? No.
Yeah.
No. They like to yell at each other. Atheism Unstoppable likes to just yell at everybody. I was like, oh, God. I was like, this weird clique.
Wild Bill stays in this call for 10 minutes and gets his ass handed to him by Trumpster Bob. It is the calm, insane one in this. It's so weird. But he stays in the call for way too long.
Comparatively, yes. Wild Bill will seem more logical.
Yep.
In the long run, yes.
Out of the two.
I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to urinate and I'm going to try and shake it 3 or 4 times before I put it away. I'll see you guys in about 14 seconds.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want headphones? No? All right.
You guys say, but you'll be able to hear. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Everything good?
Yeah,
All
you're
right,
on.
Cool. I don't know what you guys are saying.
Look at that sexy caboose of
I'll just guess what you're
Billy.
saying.
I offered him headphones.
The cool thing is I don't really need headphones to do this because I have what I need right here in my hand. A microphone and a penis. Well, one cool thing about this bathroom break is that I'm not just going to do a pee. I am going to do a pee first. Oh.
He's peeing right now.
Every time I pee, I don't know what it is about me.
He's going for pee.
I do a little fart, too.
Is he farting?
There was the fart. It was pretty silent. But that's
shit
not
himself.
it. There's more to this.
A little silent because a little poo-poo came out.
I got a little bit of a drip going, so I'll make sure it all comes out. Second fart of the piss, a little shake. Do a couple of shakes.
Shakety shake.
Wash Papa hand. And then, the best part of all this, I'm going to use Ben's beard trimmer to shave my pubes.
Oh, I knew he was going to say that.
All right. Ow, razor burn. Okay, hold on. 1, 2. Up the infusion line. And done. Oh, there was a harder mode. Could have used that. It's rough down there. It's like someone just took a.
I find that
fork
hard to
my
believe. He has no
spaghetti
body
patch
hair, hardly,
Twisted
and no facial hair.
meatballs.
There's not a lot of roughness.
One last thing. And we're back. Well, at least out of the bathroom.
Yep.
You won't see me for another minute or two. Because I'm going to take a dump in the yard. JK, guys. JK.
I like how he refused to allow us to do anything else during that, but we just had to sit through it.
Yeah, it would have been better if you would have taken the headphones with you. They're
You
right
think?
there. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we could have talked back to you.
Oh, I thought it'd be weird if I was holding my penis and you guys were talking to me. I didn't want to get gun shy.
So only way I can finish now.
We talk through it?
Yeah.
What else we got here?
Man, they are just ruining.
Everyone, we're trying to reach our goal. We're 85% of the way there. Help us out. Throw us a couple bucks. We'll be reading the Streamlabs at the end of this segment. Throw us a bone. Help us reach our goal.
Throw us some money so we don't get chemtrails.
The blue skies, this geoengineering is a problem. It should be considered a crime against humanity. It's littering, it's trash. There's a plane right there. He's not leaving any white line. Flying at the same altitude.
No, he's
it's a
not.
bunch
How
of
can you tell
bullcrap.
he
The American
fly at the same fucking altitude?
people need a wake-up call.
Right.
Oh, they can't even see the reality in front of their face. It's disturbing. But if you look up Dane Wigington at geoengineeringwatch.org, you can learn so much. They've got all the patents for this. And furthermore, the scientists have been asked to come up with ways to disperse
chemtrail disappear.
Chemtrail disappear.
Any number of sickness.
Stabby McHugs, you better donate the rest of the goal now.
Oh no. I wonder if like you're a little flea on the carpet and somebody shoots a big jizz over your head, if in flea time it looks like a chemtrail.
Jizz lane.
Yeah.
Upon any given population with this aerosol spraying. Dane Wigington brings that up.
Dane Wigington brings it up.
But they've destroyed the beautiful sky. I woke up and I was like, yes, it's going to be like 60 today. It's going to be so nice. But oops, all this is fake clouds. All that is chemical haze. All that is heavy metal spray. And it all trickles down. It all trickles down into the earth, into the biosphere, into your life.
Chemtrails ruined Prince for me.
Why? The problem is with some of the, I need a proper motive, and never is the motive just. And even if they come up with some weird motive, it's like there's an easier path than what they're claiming is being done. I'm like, oh, they're it's a flat Earth. It's not a sphere. Why is it a flat Earth? Well, they're keeping it a lie. They don't want to. Why would they lie to us?
Why?
What's the point? Well, because they want power and money. I'm like, if they want power and money, they have the power. If they want their money, your money, they'll take that too. They don't need to lie. Why the fuck? They're gonna take that shit anyway.
I wonder if
you don't have a good argument.
I wonder if the original abandonment issues came from people watching the sun go away for the night. You think that's how anxiety started?
Is it ever going to come back? Oh my god, I didn't tell it. I loved it.
Lungs, into your bloodstream, into the food you eat. Are you realizing this yet? Do you know the military is a criminal entity? Especially after they murdered 3,000 people on...
I want to say that the light behind Pat matches Billy's shirt. You guys are beautiful, coordinated.
I'm blending.
He's very lilac. Is it lilac or lavender?
We're like a Voltron.
It's like a lilac lavender.
A lilac lavender.
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 September 11th, when they were running a drill about planes being flown into a building, and then they supposedly flew planes into a building. The evidence for no planes theory is pretty damn good.
We know there were no planes that flew into the Twin Towers, because where were the chemtrails?
Also considering the fact that a missile hit the Pentagon and not a plane, and furthermore the engine found directly under the scaffolding on 9/11 at the bottom of the building would indicate that that was a placed item and that no planes actually hit the building.
There's literal video.
Yeah,
of it at a time where you couldn't even render something, even if you were a very talented animator, that would look realistic in any way.
I remember like when 9/11, when that shit happened, I remember the first thing I heard like a plane hit one of the Twin Towers, and I went, "What?" And my brain went back to this like. Do you remember that little guy like tried to fly his Cessna into the White House, like about like 2 years prior?
Yeah.
In my head, that's what I was picturing.
Yep.
It's like someone was trying to fly between the Twin Towers or something and fucked up. And then the second one hit, and I was like, okay, this is orchestrated. That's not an accident. Right?
Yeah. I was like fresh out of high school. It was like my first summer after graduation.
It was my first summer. It was right after graduation.
Yep. And I had a job at Wendy's like in the afternoon, and I was sleeping in till like 11 a.m. and my mom woke me up. I still lived at my parents' house, and that was the first thing she said to me, and I thought probably about the same thing, like, oh, a little plane.
I was in
and then
the
came down and saw the footage.
I heard a plane. I just kept
it's horrific footage.
I was in the recording studio, and the engineer's wife
Were you
came
like
in.
16?
17.
Okay.
And the engineer's wife came in because we'd been doing an all-nighter, and she was like, a plane just flew into the Twin Towers. And we're like, what? And we turned it on, and we like listened to the second one come in live over the radio.
I had a job at Wendy's, and I saw the second one on it because it was one of the few times they had the TV in the break room. They had a TV in the break room that was for training. There were like these VHS tapes that they used to play back then to like teach you the different shit, like how to run the grill and whatever. And we were watching it all live, and we saw the second plane hit. And that's when our manager like gave the order to put our, every Wendy's has like flags outside of it. We put our flags at like half mast.
Every Wendy's, or I don't know if it's every Wendy's, but Wendy's right now have changed their name to Morty's, and they have Morty from Rick and Morty on the sign.
That probably came down from corporate. I used to live, when I lived in Columbus, I lived a couple miles away from the Wendy's corporate headquarters in Dublin, Ohio, which is like where Wendy's came from. Like you've been to Ohio, so and there's like a Wendy's every square mile there.
Yeah, there were like two Wendy's on the same block.
Yep. It's insane. And I would say Wendy's is the best out of the top three.
I like Wendy's. I'm a spicy chicken sandwich
out of
fan.
McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's. Wendy's had the good chicken sandwiches, but I think now even Burger King may have surpassed. I had the Burger King chicken sandwich, and it was pretty insanely good.
I haven't had it yet.
McDonald's,
I hate
and
Burger King so much.
It's awful, but McDonald's had an awful McChicken sandwich, and Burger King had a similar like shit chicken sandwich.
The classic. Yeah, it was that classic crispy or whatever.
It was gross. It was gross. Wendy's always had the superior chicken.
Yeah,
have you had the Burger King chicken sandwich?
No.
It's actually, I think it's better than the McDonald's ones, which I was surprised the McDonald's ones were good.
Yeah.
After Popeyes kind of like set the trend, I know Chick-fil-A kind of, I still like Wendy's chicken sandwich better than Chick-fil-A.
Pretty sure
I'm a number 6 at Wendy's. That's my go-to.
I'm pretty sure when motherfuckers was dying at Popeyes, getting shot at Popeyes and dying, McDonald's and Burger King are like, okay, we got to get on this now.
Oh yeah,
we got to get on this now.
Would you agree though that Wendy's had the best like OG chicken sandwich, like for years, going back like 20 years now?
Yeah, it was. Yes, I mean, growing up in Atlanta, where it was like Chick-fil-A was on every corner, and I love Chick-fil-A. Chicken sandwiches, but like to me, it was if I was going to go get a chicken burger, I was going to Wendy's.
Damn you!
Yeah, I gained a lot of my weight back over the summer eating Wendy's bacon pub pretzel chicken sandwiches.
I would back in the day at Wendy's when I worked there, I would always add pickles to the sandwich, and now that's like the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Pickle and light mayo. That's the perfect chicken sandwich.
It's good.
Light mayo.
It's good.
It's good. It's good, y'all.
All right.
It's good.
It's been a very chicken sandwich heavy stream. I'm very into it.
Here's what we should do for a stream, Ben. We should get 1,000 chicken sandwiches and just try and shove them up each other's ass.
I
It's
think
funny
you
how
just
I
need
laughed
like
about
two.
I laughed about the 1,000 chicken sandwiches before I
Yeah.
even heard the ass part.
Yeah.
I thought it was just good. We should get like 1,000 chicken sandwiches, just eat them. Like, all right.
I just thought the 1,000 chicken sandwich part was hilarious.
Like, yeah, he rattled off 1,000 real fast. Like that was the logical
Oh,
go
God.
to leap.
1,000 chicken sandwiches. Is it? Man.
The reason why the Wendy's chicken sandwiches were so on point is because Dave Thomas, he was the protege of the Colonel Sanders. And after the Colonel got bought out, the quality of KFC declined. But when the Colonel got bought out, Dave Thomas took his KFC fortune that he made working for KFC and opened Wendy's. And at Wendy's, they used the same pressure fryer that Colonel Sanders innovated to use to cook their chicken back in the day. He even, rumor has it, knew what the 11 herbs and spices was, and that's in Wendy's chicken sandwiches too.
Super delicious.
Yep.
So delicious. All right.
When I was a kid, like the early 90s.
Someone said KFC is complete trash. It is now. But back in the day when the Colonel was running the game, it was way like he was high. He actually, there's reports of Colonel Sanders when they made him the spokesperson would just randomly pop into KFC restaurants and hated it almost every time.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I was
Sean says, have y'all ever been to a Culver's?
I have not been to a Culver's.
Because I used to, like, when I was traveling, I would always, like, in Middle America is where I would find the Culver's. I couldn't, and we finally started getting them now in Georgia recently. We got one just built down the street from our house. But then he went on and said, like, Steak and Shake's your favorite burger place. That is garbage food.
Oh, wow.
You start off so strong with Culver's, and then you went to Steak and Shake. You fucked up, Sean. You fucked up.
It's effed. I remember whenever we would get KFC when I was a kid, it was way better than now. But one person in my family would always get like sick diarrheas from eating it every time.
Are you talking like 20 years ago?
Oh yeah, it was like early 90s.
25 years ago?
Yeah, this is probably close to 30 years ago.
The KFC that I used to eat at when I was a kid is like a shit, like drug dealing convenience store now.
I remember my mom and I were fatting around. We went to KFC like 8 years ago, maybe, and we were sitting out in front of KFC. It was right where all the prostitutes walk on 99, and this gaggle of
Hold on, let me write that down.
This
really quick.
this gaggle of prostitutes came by while we're eating our chicken, and they like walked up to my mom and I and just pulled their tits out, and they were like, that kind of spit take right there.
No, I didn't spit.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It was close.
It was close. Yeah, but that was like, why would you do? Like, we're just trying to eat our chicken. This is me and my mom. We're not gonna buy any of you. But they just they're just whipping their titties out.
Yeah, the Wendy's chicken fryer for both the spicy and the regular chicken, breaded chicken, is like a basket. You lower it down into the grease and you clamp this thing shut, and then you like twist this thing until it's like pressurized, and it cooks the chicken really fast and really like crispy. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I used to eat that shit all the time because you get comped a meal when you work at most Wendy's. So I ate a lot of Wendy's in my time.
Wendy's is like the close fast food restaurant to where I live.
Is
so
it? It's so far away from me.
Really? Yeah. I
don't want to give details, but it's pretty
Wendy's.
far away.
Wendy's is like from where I live. It's maybe like a 3-minute drive.
Look,
if that.
When Wendy's came out with that Baconator, it's got like 16 strips of bacon on it. I don't know, it's like crazy. I was overseas and I was doing shows for the USO, and I came back and I didn't realize like you don't get real meat over there. Everything is Hamel or whatever it's called, and it's like all fake meat. And I was like, I never craved a burger so bad in my fucking life until I got back to Dulles and I went straight to the Wendy's. I was like, there's a Wendy's, and they had like a Baconator. I'm like, give me that thing. It was the best burger I'd ever had.
When you're burger
life.
deprived, the first burger you had.
Yeah,
was the
all of a
best
sudden,
burger.
2 weeks away from having the opportunity to have a burger.
I cannot
like,
believe I see people in the chat, in the pleb chat, singing the praises of Steak and Shake I'll give you a little anecdotal story. In Ohio, where I lived for a while, everyone's going to drink now. Every time I mention Ohio, everyone that plays the drinking game. Ohio. Guys, did I mention I'm from Ohio? I'm from Ohio, guys. I was born in Ohio, and I moved back to Ohio, and then I moved out of Ohio.
I want to suck Ohio's dick.
Die, everyone, tonight if you're drinking. Ohio.
Ohio's got big balls.
Anyway.
I'll drink.
Steak and Shake was one of the few 24-hour burger joints, and it was trash tier. I would grade it like F tier. But then, when we went to PAX, a couple of years ago, and there was some of, like, Spec was there, and Jeff Holiday, and Janie, and some of our online friends, we were all there hanging out. I was drunk, and I found that there was one Steak and Shake in the entire city of Seattle. It was in the middle of downtown, in kind of a sketchy area, too.
Yeah.
And I went there, and it was the best Steak and Shake I'd ever had in my life. That doesn't say much, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was a
I'd
higher
give it
class.
C tier.
When I had Steak and Shake,
it's closed now, though. It went out of business.
yeah, I had Steak and Shake in Topeka, Kansas, and
Trash tier in the Midwest.
Dude, it was me, Joe, and this gay man named Chrome Tuna that I think was in the KKK, and he took us there because it was the only thing open late at night. It was like 3 a.m.
Yep.
And we must have dropped like $60-$70, and everything on the menu was like $2.
Were you going to the Westboro Baptist Church? What were we doing there?
Yeah,
he did. Him and Joe were naked outside of the Westboro Baptist Church.
I stumbled onto Westboro Baptist Church. I was in town. I was playing a place called Bullfrogs, and we were driving down the street, and I saw these people holding up signs about, and the little kids, 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds, holding up signs about they were protesting a soldier's funeral or some shit, and it was like talking about gay goes to hell, and the soldiers die because God doesn't love them, blah blah blah.
Yep.
It was like this, and they were just like protesting this funeral. It was the craziest shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And the other comedian was like, oh, that's Westboro Baptist Church. I'm like, and I didn't know anything about this. Is 12 years ago. I just didn't know what the fuck it was. He goes, oh, you don't know about Westboro Baptist? Oh my God, they're crazy as fuck.
Steak and Shake fries are only good if you eat them like right away because they become hard as a rock because they're skinny.
Yeah, they're the worst things ever. I don't like it.
They're good if you get them like fresh out of the fryer. They're good.
My billionaire, I'm gonna send you this article.
Your
Ben.
billionaire.
My billionaire made me and Joe go there. He made us go to
Steak and Shake.
To Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, I remember that shit.
I'm gonna send you this article.
Okay, I'm ready.
But he made us go, and we had to hunt them down. But we were in an RV. By the time we got there, the trolls that were watching us on our live stream were calling ahead and telling them we were going there just to fuck with them, so they wouldn't meet up with us. And we found them on a corner.
Daily Mail.
It was like 4 of them deep. It was, 40 of those. It was like 20 people. It was like mostly kids, and then like 4 adults, but like a dozen kids. It's a big group, a gaggle of Westboros, and they all had their God hates signs. And we rolled up in the RV, pulled over, got out of the RV before we could get to them.
That's a lie.
They formed a phalanx formation with their signs, like they were shields.
Formation?
A phalanx. You know, like how they'll form a phalanx with shields. They'll put the shields up to make a barricade wall, and they were.
Did you learn that from Game of Thrones?
No, I played Magic the Gathering cards since I was 11.
Okay.
And they were literally there and then covered and gone before we could get to them. It was like 30 seconds. They had like military escape into the back of a truck and drove away.
Yes, it's pronounced phalanx. Thank you.
Phalanx?
I wasn't going to correct him again. It's phalanx.
Phalanx?
And that
Jimmy
sounds
Phalanx?
like it looks like a dick.
Phalanx.
Phalanx.
Alleged son of Westboro Baptist church leader attacked in publicity stunt by naked 500-pound man
How much
who
did you
burst
weigh?
out of bathroom, sat on him, and shouted, "Who's your daddy?" I was around 600 at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But this whole article is full of lies. Scroll up real quick. This is the best, right below it. David Phelps was being interviewed when the man ran at him. He calls himself Billy the Fridge. Kansas-based church has caused controversy by preaching gay hate. And this guy
You hired him.
Well, we didn't hire him. The billionaire was like, if you don't get an interview with the Westboro church, the trip's over, right? And we're like, well, fuck. Like, they won't talk to us.
Do you know anything about this guy, Elkie David? Pat, there was a guy who used to fund Billy and his buddy Joe and some other people.
Good news shit.
Even like Andy Dick and like other online people. He's a billionaire, and his family owns the rights to
That
Coca-Cola.
headline deserves another dono.
Thank you.
We are almost to the goal, guys.
His family
Thank
owns
you.
the rights to Coca-Cola. They are the Coca-Cola distributor for both Europe and Africa.
The Panhellenic area. So
yep.
It's from
Now
Europe
you're
down
hitting
to
home. You're coming back to my region, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, baby.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back
Yeah.
in.
It was claimed that the son.
Oh, sorry.
It was claimed that the son of gay hate church leader Fred Phelps has been attacked live on TV by an obese naked man who sat on him and shouted, "Who's your daddy now?" I didn't do that. This
You
is
didn't
all,
say that?
No, this is all like all this.
You said
was,
the Leviathan.
Yeah, and then I
it's
chased
really
him out of
easy
the
to
RV.
scream with my voice like this.
He had no idea. He had no
Start a
idea I
metal
was going to
band.
do that, but he was just some like former like he was a former preacher that was getting a panini at a coffee shop, and the gay guy Chrome Tuna we were with knew of him, and he was like, "Let's go see if this guy will play the part. He's also an actor." And we sat down with him, and within like 20 minutes of meeting him, he was in the RV pretending to be a Westboro Baptist hate church member. And then I came out and chased him down naked and scared the shit out of him.
And you were like, the Leviathan.
Yeah. And then we tricked everybody. The billionaire thought it was for real. And so he gave us more money and we continued the trip. And then 2 weeks later, it went viral all over. And we'd already made it to like New Jersey by that time. And the billionaire was pissed and cut off the trip then. So I took a train into New York City to make it from LA to New York. I was like, fuck, I'm going to New York. I'm gone, guys. And I got there. And then the billionaire called us, was like, okay, it blew up, it's viral.
Look at you with your
back.
titties. Look at
them
them
titties.
Yeah.
He's like, go back to
He didn't cup
Topeka.
one of those titties?
He said, I don't know, maybe he
Did
might
he
have
do
sucked
that while
one.
he was running away?
He might have sucked one.
I would have had to like see how gravity works with one of them.
Get him, Fridge.
Yeah, I like
I've
it.
got such a perfect pair of tits.
Should we? Oh, is this the video?
I think.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let's see.
I'm David Phelps. And God hates fags. If you hear nothing else I say, I need that message to get out.
Right. That's Joe.
This Easter,
That's Joe,
Battle
yeah.
Cam will host the first public crucifixion in America.
Yeah, he made us do
we
this
will be honoring
to
the
promote
sacrifices made by
his
our Lord and
crucifixion
Savior,
that was
Jesus
like
Christ.
See,
a
this
glorified
dude-
piercing.
Oh God, this dude owned. Like, this dude's a fucking rich motherfucker, okay? And he just spent money frivolously. Like, he was losing money on this shit. Like, there was no profit he was making. There was no profit margin.
If you got that kind of money, you'd be like, Psh, this might be fun.
Filmon was a
tune in
network,
this
yeah.
Sunday at 7 p.m.
Filmon-
the first
Filmon.
televised crucifixion
Filmon, they had
in
a
America.
TV station in
Battlecam.com.
LA that we worked at.
Was it need any more proof?
It was on Rodeo,
Judas
yeah.
betrays Jesus with a kiss. It's right
It was on-
there.
it was on Canon.
Like
It
that
ran
would have been the
parallel to
normal
Rodeo.
tip-off.
Was it
Like,
in
hey,
Beverly
I'm just gonna
Hills?
make
Yeah,
out
in
with
Beverly
Jesus.
Hills, like
normal. all
Look,
right?
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Very,
got his
very on
haircut
the
every
down
2
low.
weeks right next door. So like we'd be working and we'd see Arnold Schwarzenegger coming out of the haircut.
Getting his haircut.
Yeah, we'd go out and chop it up
So
with
this
him.
is Billy's buddy Joe. He's been on the show multiple
Got
times.
paid early. Here's your cut.
Thank you, Key to the City.
90%. Let's do it.
It's a mockery. It's been a mockery from the beginning. Is this what you planned for your mock crucifixion as well?
It's not a mock crucifixion. We're actually crucifying the guy, and he is actually gay.
Do you have any idea? You
I
have
love
any
Joe.
idea what it is to receive the payment for your sins from a wrathful and angry God?
Is it anything?
Romans 12 says he will pile it upon your head like hot coals from a fire.
So it's about as bad as listening to you.
This is what you got.
Yeah.
I condemn it.
You condemn it.
I condemn absolutely every minute of it. May God bring his wrath in a way that all
Oh, I
will
hear
know
the handles
it
moving.
comes from him. May he
It was
indeed.
like, this is open.
God hates fags, and fags doom nations. Unless you've got anything
Did
shy
you have
of an
a, did you
apology
have a
or
keyword
repentance,
when you come
I'm
out?
done.
I knew when he was gonna end.
What
and
do you
Joe,
want?
The Leviathan! He will get you! Leviathan!
You were naked, though. You had like a thong or something?
I got like some unders.
Oh no, dude.
And then that's where it cuts off. And then they like wrote a fake article, and then it went viral all over the internet. And I had people offering to like fly me out to host pride parades all across America.
That's so cute.
And I was like,
You should have.
I was like, it's fake. I can't do it. And they're
You
like,
should
what?
have anyway.
I should have been like the pride
You
king.
should have been like that one woman that was transracial. Because you got the curly hair, so you could have just like got a really shitty like orange tan. and
I
been
should have
like,
just started
I'm
accosting bigots all the
transracial.
time. Eric! Good math, Eric.
Yes.
You should, that should have been the thing. You should just like rent Billy the Fridge to come in and like, if you have really crazy religious parents and they're bigoted, just have Billy the Fridge show up.
Yeah,
Shout Leviathan on, try to set on your dad.
I should start a charity where I just go to kids' parents' houses that their parents are bigots, like gay kids' parents, and I just fuck with their parents until they're like, okay, whatever. My gay kid's way better than this fucking asshole taking a dump on my couch.
Oh my god.
Think so? Yeah, baby. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's right. Billy the Fridge does kids parties, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh god, what is this?
If you do not sign up, my dear friends, for the cause of Christ in these last days, then I got bad news for you. All of this is wasted. 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 All of it. Wasted.
Cheers,
if you don't,
Chris.
You know what?
Go
I
Habs.
think it is time for the Canadian dry spell to end, and I am going to officially support the Habs. You know who the Habs are?
Nope.
The Montreal Canadiens, they're a hockey team, and they're historically the greatest hockey team ever, but no Canadian hockey team has won the Stanley Cup in like 27, 28 years, and they actually have a chance. The Vancouver Canucks had it a little, like 10 years ago, and they made it to the final and lost to the American team, and there was a riot in Vancouver. The only time you'll see a riot in Vancouver, you know?
Who are the Habs going to play against? The Have-Nots?
Oh, I was going to go there. I was
sorry.
so going to go there, too.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
so lame.
sign up and take the rod of God in your hearts.
Is this Triple H going to bury somebody? Why does it look like Bruce
Bow
Pritchard
down to the king.
holding Triple H's hammer? I'm trying to read this board.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's
I
going
can't.
on. With the board.
I see great
Babylon,
a lot.
The Great New York.
Mystery, Vatican, Kushner's predecessors, Last Hour
that is-
Kings, 10
Wait, is that a
horns, 7
timeline?
heads.
Okay, so wait, that's a timeline. Okay.
This is like G-Time Johnny's fucking madness board.
Mother of Harlots, Vatican. ID of Two Enemies, checklists. Remember to buy milk. Souls of Men.
Blood of Prophets. Oh, God.
Whip them out, whip them out.
All right,
Goose
boys,
juice.
whip him out.
Whip them out. Go! Goose juice if you want. I'll drain my snake. For the kid. The fully adult kid. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
you guys.
God.
You guys, fat old guy.
Have some money, peasants.
Thank you, fat
you.
old guy. Yeah, we got goal and then goal plus. That's because there was like a short period of time where the goal couldn't be met, like for the vision of people viewing at home, and then goal got. You guys are going to beat the goal twice there. This is so sweet.
So is the Stanley Cup Finals going to be versus the New York Islanders and the Montreal Canadiens? Looks like it. Damn.
Hypothetical situation: you accidentally poop in the shower tub. Do you fish it out and toss it in the toilet, or what was waffle stomp? Waffle
Waffle
stomp. If you fish your turd, no. Here's the only time you fish it out: when the turd's too big to stump. Like if this thing is gonna get sucked up in between your toes, you better peel that turd out and throw it in the toilet.
If the turd is a Leviathan, then you got that one you just got to pick up a toss.
If you drop the full-on Herkimer 9000 and you know it's gonna become like your new shoe, you don't waffle stomp.
For the first time in my life ever, I am endorsing a Canadian team. Like
I'm proud of you
in hockey. I remember being a kid and wanting the Blue Jays to win the World Series. I was like, oh, damn, that's kind of cool. But this time, you know what? I want the Canadians to win.
The Braves gave it to the Blue Jays. You're welcome.
It's time to end the dry spell before it hits 30 years. If you guys don't win after 27 years or whatever it is, Stabby, you don't get to tell me what to do. It's my show.
I want Cobb's dry spell to end before the Canadians' dry spell. Somebody go bang Cobb's for me, please.
It's not. I mean, like, did you hear he's working on brushing his teeth now?
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
seen what his teeth look like?
No.
See, like, the one thing about getting laid as a heterosexual male, a girl has to want to kiss you, unless you're paying for it. But
they usually don't want to kiss you when you pay for it.
Right.
Hey, Muffin Man, Seattle, baby, we're gonna get the Krakens.
Yep.
Hope they don't suck.
I'm on the waiting list for tickets, so.
The Krakens have a cool logo.
Have you been down there to see the arena? It's
Driven by
crazy
it.
looking.
Haven't been inside.
It's not open on the inside, but I've been like down there in the park where the water fountain is, the big like walk-through fountain. What is that? Seattle Center? I don't know what it's called. And I've seen it from the outside. It's pretty crazy. They've used the guts of Key Arena, but it's a totally new arena. Amazon got the naming rights to the arena, but instead of calling it Amazon Arena, it's called Climate Pledge Arena. And it's supposed to be the most like environmentally efficient arena in the United States.
I can't wait to open Virtue Signal Arena.
Like I guess it's solar powered, and then like the ice is going to be filtered rainwater that they're going to use for the hockey ice.
Awesome.
Because it rains all winter here, so they really could collect enough water just for the hockey ice from rain.
That's going to be fun.
You want to go?
Not really, no.
You're going. You're going now.
Billy, you've been to a hockey game before, right?
No. Maybe as a kid.
They're fun. They are fun. You can really get into it.
It's the most fast-paced sport.
I might have been to a Thunderbirds game when I was a kid, but I really don't remember.
That's like Tacoma, right?
No, I think it was Seattle Thunderbirds. They just
Where are they though? They're like down south.
I think they
right?
are now,
like SeaTac or something.
I think, but I don't know if I even went as a kid. I vaguely remember it, but I probably didn't. I'm probably like I probably remember watching Mighty Ducks as a kid.
NHL hockey is like all of the players when they're not on skates are like 6'2", 6'3". They're all 200 plus pounds. On skates, they're
dudes.
like 6'4", 6'5".
7. Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah,
they're massive.
And they run into each other like freight trains. Boom! It's crazy. And then you'll get the guy up against the boards, and you'll see all the other guys like swarm him and hit him all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then when two guys get mad, they just punch the shit out of each other, and then they sit in a box for 4 minutes. If two basketball players did that or two football players, they get suspended.
Ejection. Yeah, they get ejected and they're suspended.
They'd be suspended. It's like
you just get a timeout
for 2 minutes. You get to come back later and fight more later. Hockey fights are like a good.
You ever watch that movie Goon?
Yes.
I love that movie. I
like Slapshot a lot too.
Yeah. Actually, I would say Goon probably took my top tier hockey movie for me. I really enjoyed the shit out of it.
Goon was good, yeah.
I guess they're in Kent.
The Thunderbirds now? Yeah,
I was tempted to go see them until I heard the Kraken were coming, and I'm like, nah, I'll just wait until the Kraken are here.
Release the Kraken!
There's a bar in Seattle called the Kraken Lounge, and it's kind of a weird story. Like, it used to be a different bar, and the owners were going to sell it, but all the people who worked there got together and bought it together. So like the employees are the owners of this place, and they decided to call it the Kraken Lounge and like remodel it with like a sailor kind of theme, pirate theme. But now the new hockey team is called the Kraken, and there's all these like Kraken places all around town, and they're suing the hockey team for using the name, being like, people get like, we're like buried now, like on Google searches and all that shit.
Sorry.
So they are not happy about the hockey team being called the Kraken.
I would just lean in on it and like, all right, you're my hockey
Yeah,
team.
you
have
could
to
be like,
drink
come
then."
here and buy a shitload of drinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, here it is.
Seattle Kraken drops planned restaurant name after lawsuit filed. What was
So the Kraken hockey team were going to open a restaurant, but the Kraken Bar and Grill is suing them
for its new Northgate Mall training facility? Yeah, they're building like 3 ice rinks at Northgate Mall.
Northgate Mall?
Yeah, it's right up the road from me. That's where my Chipotle is.
When are they going to open the train station there? Like, I think in a couple months they're going to open.
Probably, yeah. They're getting pretty close.
It's crazy because, like, the light rail here for years has only been a couple miles, but within the next, like, 4 years, they're going to quadruple the space of all the trains here. So,
Yeah, we have no public transit in Atlanta that's worth a shit.
what? I thought you guys had a good subway. I thought that was the subway Seattle passed up on.
It was supposed to be Seattle subway, and then Atlanta got it.
Well, Seattle has a subway now. It's only north and south.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a great infrastructure,
But it's about
we
to be
passed
like
up.
4 times the size of what it is now. With it, like by the end of this decade, you can get to the east side. You can get like to Issaquah. You can get to Everett, to Linwood, down to Well, it's already down to SeaTac. It's like an insane amount. But yeah, so we met the goal. Thank you guys. One more like to get us to 200.
How's Ben's mic sound?
What? What's wrong with my mic?
I just got a message from somebody saying Ben's mic is messed up, but
Is it?
sounds
That's
good to
his
me.
voice. We're on the same channel.
Yeah, I think it's just your voice is messed up.
My voice is messed up. Yeah, I started the show with that. So that's hilarious. They think my mic is messed up just because I lost my voice. That's funny.
Poor Ben.
Down to Tacoma eventually. Yeah, the link, because right now we have the Sounder train, which is like almost like Amtrak level train that goes down to Tacoma. But yeah, they want to build like a Link light rail train that goes down all the way to Tacoma, and they're building it. It's amazing. There will be Seattle by the end of this decade will have the best public transit in the entire West Coast. Like second only to Chicago and New York.
Yeah, New York's is really good. You can get anywhere you want
to. It needs to be though, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine
My
the
buddy moved up
traffic?
there and
Could
I
you
was
imagine? I'm
I
sorry.
was swinging by and I said, "Hey man, I'm flying in New York. Can you come pick me up?" He goes, "I don't have a car." He goes, "Just take the subway." I went, "What?"
At least here at the airport, you can take the train into downtown. But yeah, it's the Curse of Zoltan. They're talking about it now.
Oh no. Oh no.
So guys, normally we do a post show where it normally goes to about 9:30. We're just gonna make this show longer. We're about to end at 9:30 in like 12 minutes. So
Yeah, so if you guys want the best 12 minutes of your life, the best way to get that is to lay on your back and listen to this podcast while we shoot chemtrails down in your face.
Yeah.
Or with chicken burgers in your ass.
Oh,
yeah, could
man,
you
1,000
imagine New
of
York
them.
City with LA traffic? You know, like LA is so spread out with their population. They don't need good public transit, but a city like New York where they're all living
Well, you can't
on
really
top
have a
of each
subway in
other.
a place that constantly has earthquakes. That's
Well, there's
tough.
earthquakes here. I don't know. I don't know.
LA is so spread out. Like,
yeah,
it would be a
That's
whole lot
that's the issue.
to make
There's
that.
more area.
Yeah, with Seattle, like the main majority of people live across I-5. So you just run the tunnel up the corridor, the I-5 corridor, and that is pretty simple. You don't have to do split off areas. That's where this underground system kind of works, but it would be ridiculous in Los Angeles. They still have a couple of subways there, don't they? Like
They have above ground
from the
trains,
hill.
I think, right? I've seen the train along the freeway there.
Yeah, I think they have something that runs from like Universal Studio area into Hollywood. But I don't
In
know. I
Detroit,
haven't
they
been
have a
on it.
shitty monorail called the People Mover.
The People Mover.
Yep,
Like Disneyland?
basically.
Seattle's monorail is ridiculous. It goes from like
It's the
Westlake to the
Disneyland monorail. Did you know it's made by the same people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about as long as the Disneyland monorail is.
Yeah, I think they had planned to expand it, but I mean, the light rail here is way more efficient. But the Orca card now works on all of that. It didn't
Yeah.
used to. You used to have to pay like cash.
Is the 1962 World's Fair?
Yep. You know, that's the same reason they built the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It's so they
It was
would
supposed to-
normally
it was supposed
build
to be
like a big
temporary.
tower for
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
They built a space
And it
needle.
was like space, like the one in Seattle in the '60s. It was like the space age is here, and they built what is now the Science Museum right there,
the Science Center.
and Key Arena.
Key Arena. Well,
Yep.
Key Arena was the Coliseum.
Yep.
My
Yeah,
mom went to the World's Fair.
We should commemorate this. It's not the anniversary, but we love it, right?
I don't know.
What? What do you mean you don't know?
I was kind of taken advantage of. You gonna go to sleep?
I love it. I started at the exact perfect time. This girl is drunk, but she's looking for a good time.
I don't have a good time. I have only bad times.
Where are you from?
Where's from? She had already asked him where he was from at least twice.
On the
before
way
this.
here, we almost got hit by a bus because they were pretty drunk driving.
Drunk driving.
It's
Not a
pretty
good
bad.
idea.
Seattle.
You socking me?
Yeah.
Look at. She's like tongue out going in for
Yeah,
it.
you can see my face. Is like,
Have you seen this, Pat?
No. What the?
She tried to accost me.
I should give you a little background.
Am I seeing a rape? Is this a rape?
Billy met this girl and her boyfriend at a bar, all right? And everyone's drunk. They are drunk. Billy's not drunk. She's fucking flirting with everyone, right? At the bar. She's like she's probably making out with dudes at the bar, right?
Yeah, she was.
And then they
That's how you
invite
get the
Billy
herp.
back to their apartment. They go up there. She's fucking coming at him like that. And then I guess he invited like their neighbors.
He was trying to get the
over.
neighbors to come over
But
to
they
party.
came in and saw you and her. Right?
Yeah, and then he went and told the boyfriend. The boyfriend came back. He said "mi casa, su casa."
It meant
So
you can fuck my girlfriend.
that's pretty much what "mi casa, su casa" means.
Isn't that Spanish for you can fuck my girlfriend?
I think so. Yeah, I don't speak fluent, but
That's like cockle behavior, right?
yeah, I think so. But I'm in this like weird rocking chair now, and the way she's positioned, if I try and get up, it's gonna pinch her body and squish her. I'm gonna kill her.
Jesus Christ. You're such a sweet boy.
I'm trying not to make her mad because drunk girls get mad when you don't
Yeah,
like
you don't
pay them
reciprocate,
attention.
yes.
But I'm not kissing her. My mouth is like,
I know. I can see that she's been making out with your chin.
yeah, and I'm like, I'm
Dude, what do you want from me?
yeah. She said, "What do you want from him?" Like, yeah, I'm on camera. I'm like, yeah. I have my lips locked
What a
shut.
good boy.
Get the fuck in my house.
You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go now.
Okay. Yeah. You want to move?
I'm about to fucking sock your face in if you,
You
don't
wanna-
get up now
you wanna-
and make haste.
I'm going.
No, get out now.
I'm heading
He
out.
said, "Make haste."
I gotta like get up, right? Yeah.
Then the fucking asshole
What you doing?
broke my
What are you doing?
tripod.
Whoa, bro, you broke my shit.
Oh, sorry.
You fucking serious, dude?
I don't think he was very sorry.
Okay.
What? That didn't sound like he was sorry.
Let me see rest.
Yeah, he was disingenuous.
Stop. Let him go. Let him stop, bro.
Let him go.
Stop, bro. And then now I have to try and hold the camera.
Get out of here.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so you making out with him. Get up, bitch. Watch my fist.
Watch my fucking ass walk away.
Yeah, get up.
I wasn't making out with her, dude.
Yeah, well, watch my fist.
Dude. I was a sweet
Go
boy.
downstairs.
I'm going.
Now.
I'm going.
Go down
You were
now.
being a sweet boy.
I was being a
And
sweet boy.
Yeah, you were being a sweet boy. Holy shit.
Yeah, and
I've never seen more proof of a sweet boy action than what I just saw.
I was a very sweet boy. I was trying to not hurt her feelings
Look, you
because
got your top button buttoned. What
Yes.
a sweet boy.
I'm top buttoned. I was trying
You
to get
are
out of there
respectable.
in one piece.
I can't. You know what? I can't do that with most shirts because for my size, I have a really fat neck, and I can't like this shirt fits me, but I can't fucking. My neck is too thick. I have a naturally fat neck. I hate it.
I hold on my neck.
I can't button the top button of my pants because of my fat cock.
You want to compare?
I'd rather have a cum peach.
That's what I thought.
I'm not gonna go down the stairs with you behind me. Step the fuck back.
Are you gonna knock my? I'm gonna knock your ass out and I'm gonna drag your ass downstairs.
Walk
I don't think that's happening.
back and I'll walk down the stairs.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want
wanna
to
do
either.
this.
Pull a hammy, bro.
He's got
Yeah.
some drunken confidence right here.
Yeah.
Like, how does he think he's gonna drag you?
I'm trying
Like,
to de-escalate because I'm a sweet boy. That's who I am. I'm like,
I will say, you're saying way calmer than I would be in the same situation.
yeah, I feel like most people get angry out of fear, and I don't fear anything.
But he came at you like puffed up, like a peacock.
Yeah, he was socking me.
Well,
He
later
was
on, like
socking me. Yeah, he started socking me, bro.
they proved that they weren't just like get out of my house because he was like half a block away, and they came out and tried to fight him again.
Go now.
I'm not gonna let you push
I
me
tried to
downstairs,
follow
please.
him on Facebook, and his girlfriend, or he was blocking me. He
His
blocked
girlfriend
me.
followed
His
you,
girlfriend
right?
followed me though.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
Walk back.
I'm not putting my hands on you.
Walk back.
yeah, these are
He was
steep
putting
ass
his hands
stairs.
on you though, right?
Yeah, he had earlier, but I'm not gonna let him push me down these stairs. They're so steep. Like if like there's
Yeah, you can
they're
break
so
your fucking
steep.
neck
Yeah.
falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
Walk back. Dude, I'm not going down these fucking stairs. I'm not going down these stairs with you, dog. Back the fuck up.
Don't touch me.
I didn't touch you.
He said, "Don't touch
I'm
me."
not
Don't throw
walking
me
down.
downstairs.
You're gonna push me. I'm fucking get the fuck off.
You get the fuck out of my fucking house.
I'm gonna back the fuck up.
I'll fucking fuck you up right now.
Dog, back up.
You don't want to see it.
I don't want to
These
see
guys
it.
don't want to see it either.
Back the fuck
Then
up.
leave. Then leave.
I'm not walking down these stairs. Nope. Dog, get the fuck off me, dog.
I like how he's holding the camera.
I'm trying to hold the camera the entire time.
He does. He's fighting with one.
I like
arm.
how you're committing to keeping that camera going. I was like, man,
Hell
You need
yeah,
to get the
calm
fuck
down.
out. I'm going to now, bitch.
He rips his shirt and
Yeah, he
breaks
ripped
his
my shirt.
Joby.
It broke my Joby. Ripped my shirt. Broke my Joby.
Oh, dude, you socking me? You
I
called-
spared his girlfriend's
socking
feelings.
me.
You socking me?
socking me?
Yeah. Could you imagine
Get out
socking
now.
someone in the back of the head and they don't even budge? They don't even drop their
That's-
camera.
Yeah, that's scary. If you
Get out now.
Walk the fuck away.
Ashley said, "Where's Joe when you need him?" Me and Joe have gone back to Zoltan's place like 3 times.
Yeah,
and
Joe was watching a
climbed
movie.
the side of Zoltan's fucking house.
I called Joe before to try and get him to come play, but he was watching a movie.
When this happened?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I called him to come out. I was like, "You want to come out and play?"
It would have not went very good for Zoltan.
It's my house.
I'm gonna back the fuck up.
Leave.
I'm not going down these stairs with you pushing me and punching me, dude. I'm not falling down these fucking
I
stairs.
will knock you the fuck out.
I'm not got back up. Go in your room.
You're not gonna knock me out. You
Go
socked
in
me
your
like
room,
4
dude.
times in the back of the head, and I didn't budge.
Right.
Like you don't have the punching power.
In the
Papa.
UFC, it isn't even legal to hit to the back of the head because it's like too easy.
Yeah.
So if you can't knock him out, yeah. I mean, where do you think you're going to hit him next?
Are you fucking serious?
You
Yeah, go.
Are you?
And now
I
the
was-
girlfriend is up and,
Yeah.
and alert.
I was about to throw him down the stairs. Like there was one step where I could have tossed his ass down the stairs, but I was like,
That would have been fucking hilarious. He deserved it at this point. He's assaulting you.
yeah.
I mean,
Dude, back the fuck off.
Go then.
Stop!
I'm not going down those stairs when you're socking me, dude.
No.
And then you run down. I think, did his girlfriend have him?
Yeah,
Like,
she like blocked him off in between. So I
God,
was
even
like,
when she's blackout drunk, she's smarter than him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love what you say at the bottom here.
Jesus, Zoltan.
Yeah, you don't have much.
Jesus, Zoltan. Jesus, Zoltan.
What?
Go. Let him fucking go.
I mean, I got you assaulting me on camera, so who wins?
All right, let him go.
Who wins? I got you assaulting me on camera, you dumb fuck.
Apparently you, but I can tell you much
Leave,
more about you.
leave, motherfucker, leave.
I'm going.
I'm going. I'm a sweet boy. I'm going.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Oh, look at that. Oh, nice.
But then they follow him. They follow him. Which proves, like, everything they were saying was bullshit. They were looking to kick some dude's ass that night.
Dude broke my speaker and my Joby.
My speaker and my Joby.
Broke my Joby.
Broke my Joby. Ripped my shirt.
Dude broke my speaker and my fucking Joby, dude.
I can't believe you broke my speaker and my Joby, dude.
Yeah, the way he reacted, you
them's
should have just
fighting
been
words.
like face fucking her when they came in. The reaction he gave you, it would have been the same at that point, right?
I think so, yeah.
Socked me in the back of the head. Tried to push me down some fucking stairs. Yeah. I'm not gonna dox him, but
No, I mean,
But I will.
well, I mean,
I'll tell you what.
You know what? He doesn't dox him, but I think Senor Moose is a very delicious.
It actually is
Mexican
really
restaurant.
good. I've eaten their. It's
DP
delicious.
meetup at Senor Moose.
It's delicious,
dude. We should have a whole DP meetup at Senor Moose. We have like a dinner, like a pre-meetup DP meetup dinner at Senor Moose.
Somebody I knew knew where he worked, and they told me where he worked. And a couple of times where I went back to that area to live stream, I'd walk by his work, but he was never working. So like, I was gonna make it be like a surprise, like, oh my god, and walk in and talk to him. I don't know if he'd remember, but he was pretty wasted.
Oh, he knows about this shit because we've gone back and Joe's gone back in there and his
Joe
neighbors.
climbed up the fucking side of the house.
But we went back another time where Joe like just went in and talked to the neighbors and the neighbors like, stop coming back.
Yeah.
So that's when Joe climbed the other side. Joe fucking climbed the side of this house.
What? He did try and attack me.
When was this?
2019 Thanksgiving
Winter,
night.
yeah.
It was Thanksgiving night.
He straight up punched me.
And then he comes out like a little bitch.
For one, I had my mouth closed when she was trying to kiss me, dude.
What do you call
He's called me the biggest pussy virgin he ever met. So I think now he's mad that I didn't fuck his girlfriend.
Yeah, what?
He was like, if you
He called
if you
you
were
a virgin when his girlfriend was going after you.
If you weren't such a pussy virgin, you'd be balls deep in my girlfriend right
seriously,
now.
Like, if I
Go back
walked
here,
in
fuck my
and
girl, dude.
if I walked in and saw my girlfriend making out with a dude that we brought home from the bar, I would be really,
if I
really
ever
mad
get the
at her.
opportunity to drink with
Like,
you,
insanely mad
I don't
at
think we're on
her.
calling
If
him a
we were to
virgin
kiss,
after like
he
he
would just
clearly could
watch
have
in the
plugged a girl
corner.
2 seconds ago.
Thank you, Vanessa Barbie. That's a good husband you got
I
there.
like that. But seriously, like, I'd be mad at him too, but her more than anyone else.
Well, yeah, but he can't be mad at her. She's
way better. Like, she's way out of his league.
well, not just out of his league. She's established that he's doing everything he can to hold on to her.
Well, was she like making out with dudes at the bar and shit?
Yeah, kinda. In front of him, and he was like turning away at the bar, not to make eye contact with it.
So, what? So was this just his repressed rage from all of that?
Probably.
Because he had you alone in his home, and he had his bros there.
Probably because his friends saw him and then came back and said, "Hey, he's making out with your girlfriend in there," and then he had to defend himself in front of his
But
neighbors.
she was,
or else he'll think his
Like,
neighbors
we
will
can
bang
go
her.
back in this
you know
live
what?
stream.
His neighbors probably were banging her, and that's why they ran back to tell him because I was stealing their girl.
They
too.
probably were. Well, earlier in this stream, she's hanging on everyone.
My dude, have a good night.
We need a T-shirt. My dude, have a good night.
Dog. Everything was on camera, my dude. In the room and not.
Janie, don't come in here. He's going to make you cry again.
Janie's got a gun.
Don't come in here. He's a ruthless monster.
Janie's got a... I made Janie cry.
I know.
Go to your fucking room, dude.
Leave now, Janie.
Go to your room, dude.
Go to your room, Janie. Go to your room.
Go to your room, dude. Go to your room, dude. Go to your room, bro.
You're grounded, sir.
We thought you were cool.
Was cool, bro. No, I watched the VOD afterwards.
He's like, I thought you were cool.
Plug a hole.
Watch me just attack some dude for no fucking reason. Watch when you just attack some dude for no reason, my dude.
You're right. You're
You
right.
ripped my shirt for no reason.
Yeah, come at me, I'll rip it again.
Fuck you, bitch.
I'll fuck you up, bitch.
Yeah, it's not mutual. Motherfucker attacked me.
Oh, they trying to do the mutual.
Yeah, they're like mutual combat.
Mutual
legal in
combat.
Washington. I'm like, for one, I can't fight you and hold this camera, so it's fighting you is a waste of my time.
That would be a very weird fight to try to hold a camera and punch somebody at the same time. Like,
Yeah, and I can't trust his neighbors to hold the camera for me. So it's
well,
like
they're the ones yelling out mutual combat, right?
Yeah, I would have fought him if I had a camera, man.
Well, this is transparent to me. They were trying to get a dude that he could that they could all beat up on and be like, oh, it was mutual combat. So when the cops come, when they all attack you, they could be like, oh, he kicked his ass. They're drunk. They're stupid.
Dog, don't do this. You're on camera. You're on camera.
Look at this.
Well,
no
what the
one who's
fuck?
actually
What the
tough
weird-
comes at someone like this.
Walk away from me now.
Walk away from me.
Walk away from me.
Walk away from me.
You can't T-pose charge somebody like you're a stupid grizzly bear.
Away from
and
me.
say walk
like
away
asking
from me.
for a nut kick right there. That's
Back
what
up.
he's
Kidding me?
Back
You
up.
fucking kidding me?
Back up. Back the fuck up.
He take a swing at you?
Yeah.
Back the fuck
Get
up.
the fuck out of my property.
Fuck you, bitch. It's a street. I didn't do shit to you.
It's not his property. There's like a parking lot there.
I didn't do shit to you. Back the fuck off me. Back the fuck off me.
Get out of here.
That's his
Back
car.
the fuck off me, dude.
That's his shitty car.
That's his
right
car,
there.
yeah.
That red thing?
Yeah.
Don't be shitting on those Blazers, bruh.
4x4?
4x4.
We almost got hit by a bus because he drunk drive that home from
Hope
the
the
bar.
cops are coming.
You can beat his drunk ass NGL. He is a jealous pussy cause his girl wanted the fridge.
It's true.
What, you want something out of the
Fuck your
wanted
property,
it.
dog. I'm in.
There must be something Zoltan wasn't giving her. She was ready for it. She wanted to get it going.
the middle of the street. Oh, you're gonna kill me? You know you're on camera, right? Everything that happened there was on camera, right? It was all on camera. Everything was on camera, you dumb shit.
You feel really highly about it.
I'm saying, you were over here tripping for nothing, my dude. You're tripping for nothing.
He threatened to kill us, too.
Bullshit, you dumb fuck. It's all on camera, literally the whole thing.
He threatened to kill us, too.
You guys like content? Is that what you like?
I love the segue.
Do you think that guy was really drunk?
Always be aware of the camera.
You think he really offered me a ride from a bar and fought me? No. This is the power of the collective.
Yeah, we even reacted. I think 3 times.
Yeah, because they thought we were acting. They're like, this is not real. These are paid actors.
We
And
used
so,
to rewind ourselves
yeah, we'd be like, take two, and then we'd stop where we were. We'd go, we'd rewind while we were live
and then
streaming.
one of
We'd
us
walk
would fuck
backwards.
up and we'd be like, no shit, we got to do it again.
Take 3, cut, take 3. That was a good bit.
Yep.
We hire actors to do scenes like this for your entertainment. Yeah, we pay a lot of money and we don't get a lot of donos.
This side of the building here on the left is what Joe climbed
But the
up.
collective
There's
is not
a
about
little building.
the money.
There's
He
a
climbed up
little
that
right
ladder
there,
over there,
right
yeah.
there. Yep. He climbed up that
And knocked on
he climbed
Zoltan's
2
window.
levels all the way up to that upper level where Zoltan lives.
And was banging on Zoltan's
God,
window.
my voice is fucked.
The collective is about the content.
He fucking climbed that shit. He is in fucking sane.
Hardcore, my man.
He's just Spider-Man.
Dude, I got socked in the back of the head. He was trying to push me down those fucking stairs, dude.
That's attempted murder.
He broke my Joby.
That's worse than attempted murder.
Yeah,
He broke my
I was like,
Joby.
put me on the stairs, but don't break my Joby.
That shit's fucked up.
Look like Jason Mewes right there.
It's not
I get
fake.
that a
I'm
lot.
obviously kidding. To be completely honest. That, like, I don't know if you guys could see when that girl was kissing me, I had my mouth like this. I was pushing my face away. I was trying to make sure she
Was
wasn't.
you trying to blow me? My dick was like back inside my own body.
I pigeonholed my peeper.
Yeah.
I did an innie on my pecker, so there was inside my itself.
Yeah.
Planting and
Yeah,
she
I was
kept
fucking myself at the time. I can't fuck a girl.
going for more.
The magic card store where I do a lot of my magic card business is like literally a block away from here.
Magic card business?
My magic card store where I do my magic card business is a block from here. So every time I drive to go do my magic card business, I drive by the Senor Moose and I check and see if his car's in the neighborhood. I thought I saw it recently, but for the longest time I thought he moved because I never saw the car.
Oh, no.
But I think it was back recently.
That dude hasn't gone anywhere in life. I should make it like a photo point where like me and a bunch of fans would get our photo taken around Zoltan's car.
Or around Sultan's girlfriend.
Well,
Dude socked me in the back of my head while I was going down the stairs. Like, I was trying to get out of his house. Get out of his fucking house.
He tried to murder me.
I can't fight him and hold the camera. If I had a cameraman here, it'd be fine.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, everybody, this has been another episode of Drunken Peasants Podcast. We're here like at least 3 times a week. Thank you guys for the donos. Thank you, Fat Pat. Anything you want to say to the kids?
I love you guys.
They love you
I love
too.
you kids. You're so good.
They're
It
so
was
good.
pleasurable.
Yes.
as usual, as per fucking usual, thanks for helping us meet our goal.
Yes.
That's always great.
I like coming on here without Fane. This is a lot more fun. than
Yeah,
having that
I didn't want to
silly
say
fucker.
it. I didn't want to say it, but it's been a good time. It's been a real good time.
Dude, Zoltan is in the chat right now.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, look at you. You silly Zoltan.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all.
Zoltan got that strut though, dog.
He was T-posing on me like he was trying to like scare a gorilla bear or a grizzly bear.
I think he was trying to get you to kick him in the nuts.
A
Like he was
gorilla
definitely
bear.
marching like a nut kick.
That's how you're supposed to scare off grizzly bears or gorilla bears or whatever they are. One of the
Gorilla
two.
bear.
It's a gorilla bear.
Gorilla bears.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back on Tuesday. You should all come back. Please like, subscribe. We will see you again soon.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Y'all come back now. You hard.
Good night, Pat.
Night.
Pat, have a wonderful night and tell Sophane that he's okay. He's not.
He's just okay. He's a slice of shit, but he's okay.
Yeah. He's not that old.
He's not that.
Good night, everybody.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.